this is us getting ready for the finale. I forgot all the Magic cards that I have on my desk right now.
That's okay. We can talk about Magic on one of our many breaks.
Sure.
Magic the Gathering?
Magic the Gathering.
No, just magic tricks.
The concept of
We're
magic.
we're pulling rabbits out of hats.
A friend of mine
Dude.
gave me a Mirim Sentinel Worm card, so I'm building a deck.
One of the friends that I played the Lord of the Rings draft with gave me his entire deck, like including the cards he didn't put in his deck, because he was like, I have thousands of cards at home and I don't technically want to give Wizards of the Coast any more money, so here you go, Masha. And I was like, oh, for free? Thank you.
Hell yeah.
So that kind of rocks. Is now I have some of the... I built myself a red-green deck, and he built himself a black-green, black-white, black something. So I had like 0 black cards at all. And so now I get some of them, and I'm stoked.
Fun story. I don't even know if I can tell this story. It's kind of weird.
Did you sign an NDA?
Everyone, well, no, but like it's like it's my story. Like it's like a secondhand story. If that,
Okay.
like, I was a part of it, but like I was not a moving factor within it. I was almost like merely like an observer until it was my time to be involved in it. If you.
Okay, there you go. Well, now we can't tell the story ever again, but it's already been told. So
Yeah,
that's
we
okay.
have to delete this VOD.
I'm gonna clip this out. It's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hey everyone, we're live.
Yay.
This is for the VOD later, you know.
Yeah, when we're starting over. You can't tell in this lighting, but
This
I did get a
describes your-
shiny. I got a shiny mountain, and it's like my favorite card that I got in
Those
terms of
art
art
lands
because
are
it's
dope.
shiny.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I looked it up and it costs like 4 cents. Like you could buy this no problem, and it's just, it is what it is. But I did also find out yesterday that a lot of the colorless, the borderless cards, like the borderless art cards, are a continuous art piece.
Yeah.
And they're like all of the flying ones in the land. Like I have no idea they were continuous until Instagram Reels, which targets me hardcore with Magic stuff now that I talk about it all the time, showed me like the whole line and then back and then forth with like 3 different gorgeous scenes. And I think I only have 1 borderless card.
I'm trying to get right now I have all the cards for Hell Yes. I have all the foil like borderless to make the panorama of the Fellowship escaping Khazad-dûm, and so I have like the Lash of the Balrog, the Balrog itself, the Flame of Arnor, which is Gandalf on the bridge, and then I have the Aragorn, the Sam, the Frodo, or no, Sam, the Frodo. I'm just missing the Boromir card. And then if I could just get that, I could put together the whole panorama. But
don't you mean the Boromir card?
The Boromir card.
One of my
both
favorite
died,
art pieces in the set that I've seen is this one.
Yes.
With this guy, this man's just like bleeding from the mouth and nose. Anyway, and all the lands that you get in the deck are just like really gorgeous. Oops, what happened? We let Masha loose for a day and she's into Magic now.
Yeah.
I knew this would happen.
To be clear, I was being thumbs up for Masha being into Magic, not Instagram listening to what everything we say and targeting us
Fair.
with ads.
Yeah. But
Woo,
yeah,
targeted ads.
Yeah, seriously. I get ads for Magic, and I also get ads for, not ads, but like targeted content of League of Legends, because I have like 3 or 4 friends that I send it to, and so Instagram's like, this girl loves League, and I'm just like, haha, this says League on it, so my friends will find it funny, and it's about like a 60% chance that they actually do.
They're doing dinosaurs in Magic later, Jurassic World.
Yes.
That's my only. I'm normal about it.
I'm very normal about the cowboy set they're gonna release next year.
That looks very cool.
I'm super stoked about it. A lot of people are like, they're making the game shittier by doing a Fallout set and all these other things, and I'm like, I'm a goblin. I want every set, and so you got me. You hooked me. A
I-
normie.
yeah.
I'm not a normie. I don't think it's.
I do feel like they're releasing them like way too quickly. I'd expected them to like space them out more, but I mean, they got Final Fantasy. That means I'm going to be playing Magic now.
Y'all are so obviously this is Turntables RPG, but y'all are touching into the other part of my life that I've been playing for 10 years as well, which is card games in general. So it's like I've been playing since like they did, maybe 1-2 sets a year and stuff, and now we have this flood of stuff, which is like just buy singles. That's really what it is. Unless you want like to try your hand at cracking packs, like just do your research, look at the cool cards.
I want the Doctor Who cards, but
yes,
$70
I say that, but I'm
like,
also looking at the Doctor Who cards and being like, my brother loves Doctor Who and he doesn't play Magic, so it's like if I can get him in, this is it. This is the one way, is Doctor Who. I could talk about this forever, but I think we should start the announcement in general.
Welcome to Turntables
Boy.
RPG.
Talking
We are an
about-
experimental tabletop RPG stream where every player GMs and every GM plays, and sometimes we go off on tangents about card games. We take turns at the end of every mystery switching out GM and telling a long-form improvised story. You are watching the third part of our finale mystery for the third season of Monster of the Week. If you want to get caught up on that, our VODs are available on our YouTube, aren't they? So,
Yes, they are, Dustin. Our VODs span from Monster of the Week Season 1, which, thanks to Masha, I remember it started on October 27th of 2020. We're vastly closing in on the 3-year anniversary of. That's Season 1. We've got Season 2, which is a precursor of Season 3. You don't technically need to watch Season 1 to watch this. But Season 2 would probably help fill in a couple of gaps, probably. And then we also have the amazing sci-fi campaign Return to OE, which is played within the Uncharted Worlds system and game, which was run by fellow producer on the channel Eric and played by this amazing cast. It's a lot of fun, and it's much shorter than all the other seasons, so you can also go check that out and have a fun time. And speaking of short ways to have fun with us, we also have our Tiny Tables one-page RPG one-shots on there as well. They're usually like honestly, they're probably like maybe like 3 or 4 hours realistically, but they're a lot of fun, and you can have us on in the backgrounds, and you can hear Chris possibly, get a hernia or something along those lines by being Fleshcar. With that in mind,
See, that's the thing. We've gotten fan art for OE. Where's my Fleshcar fan art? This is all I ask. This is all I need.
Right. Yes, and a great place that you could put that fan art is on our Discord. The links are in chat to go to our socials. You can just kind of find us on Instagram, and I'm gonna continue to call it Twitter, and I'm gonna continue to call it retweeting and things of that nature. You can find us on Twitter on Turntables RPG. We'll see how long we stay on there because of the AI mining or whatever. We're also on Threads and TikTok and YouTube.
Let's go Threads.
Just search us up with Turntables RPG, and I promise you will find us.
Don't you have to be invited to Blue Sky? Is that the thing? Because I
Yeah.
hear a lot of people going to Blue Sky, but I'm just like,
I'm currently on the wait list to get an invitation with both my normal email and the Turntables email. Also, I've actually never.
I
plugged
just
it.
got on it a couple days ago, so if I get invite codes, I will let y'all know.
Yes, please do.
What is it? Sorry.
it's
It's
made by some
not
random
Twitter.
guy who used to work on Twitter.
I thought it was
think-
made by the Twitter guy. Like
It's-
the
I think it is.
Like-
yeah. But
It's just Twitter.
it's just
God,
another
that's
It's
so-
Twitter.
just this is Blue Sky. It's just Twitter.
That's so nice. It's so funny to look at just like vanilla Twitter and be like, and like after the Elon Muskization of Twitter, be like, wow, that's so nice. That's so nice. Anyway, yeah, just check us out if you like. On top of that, obviously, this is very much a passion project for us, and so we really appreciate any support that y'all can give. The ultimate support is just being here and watching and like telling your friends about it if you'd like. If you're in the position to help monetarily, we have a Ko-fi. If one of my colleagues will please just put Kofi in chat. Otherwise, just being here is a great help in and of itself, and supporting us however you can. All in all, we appreciate y'all, and we appreciate being able to share these stories with y'all. So with that in mind, with the greatest appreciation in mind, Chris, do you want to talk about Twitch Prime?
So true. And if you would like, and it's these, as we've been talking about Magic, and if you heard us complaining about how expensive Magic boxes are, and you're like, gosh, I wish I could fund their Magic buying purposes, you could in fact subscribe to us with Twitch Prime. If you would like to give money to us for no cost to you, because to use Twitch Prime, you must own a Amazon Prime account already, and have it connected to your Twitch account. And then you click the little subscribe button, and there's a little checkbox that says subscribe with Prime. And once you do that, you give a little bit of the money that you were already paying to Prime to us, and then we can use that to feel better about ourselves, and maybe either put it back into the stream and do all those good things that Saul was saying, or be cool fucking people on playing cards.
To be clear, there is no or. It does go straight back into the stream. We're not using Twitch Prime money to buy Magic cards. I'm just saying, guys, if you're watching this about 20 years from now and we're bigger than Critical Role.
We're so
Matt Mercer is
wealthy.
my butler. I just want you to eat. It will be going to TCG cards. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
It's basically investing. We take your
Yeah,
money,
you're investing.
we buy booster packs, and then when we get valuable cards, we sell it and put it back into the stream.
The stream, so true. That's the money maker.
Not me actually thinking about selling cards on Facebook Marketplace and eBay just to have like a little bit more cash this month.
That's valid. I mean, it's completely valid.
Holy shit. Awesome. Thank you, Chris. Mars, will you
that's
please...
me, isn't it?
It's Mars. Mars is
No,
talking
it's me.
about our favorite
I want to know what
and
we
then
actually
me.
use money for. It's paying artists, which is cool. Such as the artist who did the art for this season, which is Patrick Costa. He does artwork at Instagram and Twitter at PCInc_. There's the art you see on the overlay in whatever direction that's in. I should just look because I do this every time. I should just look and remember, but I won't. You can also catch the full body art we have commissioned Patrick for during the pre-stream and the break. So if you like that art, you should follow him and commission him and do all that good stuff, because supporting artists is cool. The end.
Now it is my turn.
Correct.
And luckily for everybody, I looked away from the announcements chat. Here we go. Along with shouting out our artists and paying the money, we would like to shout out the creators of the homebrew playbooks that we have used now and in the past. Currently, I am playing The Tracker, a playbook by Mike Keck. I will not be holding up my character sheet because it is crunched. Saul last season was using The Amnesiac by Jason Burns, and you can find the respective links for both of these creators in chat. And Jason Burns is probably still on Twitter. I haven't checked in a while at JabManB.
That's actually really funny because I actually spilt water on this old thing.
Look at how crunchy she
a while
is.
back.
What's happening
You can
here?
kind of see like how like all like wavy the papers are from drying,
Yeah.
from redrying. So
Guys, will this be
we've
a
had these
funny
for a
clip?
very long time.
Guys, when are we going to be posting some X videos?
See, don't call them that because it sounds.
Well, yeah, it's not Twitter anymore, is it?
Yeah, we have to upload.
I refuse.
Yeah.
Do I have to go to x.com now? Wait, it
Yeah.
still says twitter.com. Okay.
No, don't think about
whatever.
that.
Yeah, don't.
They literally, it was so rushed, and that's the funniest thing to me. That's the funniest
What did they
part
think
of
was
it.
gonna happen? Oh yeah, a lot of people will join if we just make it X because it's so dark and edgy.
No, I love the Elon lore is great. It's just it's so funny. It's a cartoonish. PayPal said no, you can't rename PayPal to X.com, and he's like, I'll get you one day.
Yeah, and then the time is now, and oof.
I mean, might as well while it's dying.
Anyway, if only there was something a better way to
non-edgy.
spend your time. If only there was a stream to watch.
There is. I was about to do a little segue of like, speaking of something that's not dark and edgy, like an X inside of your middle school journal as you're drawing your anime manga characters.
Don't call me out like that.
I'm calling myself out. I think maybe we're calling out a lot of us, to be honest. But if you'd like to watch something that's a lot of fun in general, we quickly plug our friends, The Hollow Expanse. You can find them on twitch.tv/Aurelia with a 3. If someone, thank you, Chris, for putting the link in chat. It's a D&D charity actual play. I play a monk. It's usually on like Sundays at like 1 p.m. Central Time. I didn't play this last Sunday, but I'll probably be there this next Sunday. But yeah, it's a great stream. It's a lot of fun, great people, and it's a great cause in general. I believe right now they're doing Player versus Hunger again as the charity, which is always a great cause. Yeah, just a quick shout out to them. Dustin, shout yourself out, my man.
All right, sure. Yeah, I also stream on Twitch. I kind of took the month of July off for personal reasons, but I actually intend on streaming tomorrow for the first time in 2 to 3 weeks or so. I'm going to be streaming Palia, which is again currently in closed beta for another couple of days, but it's a nice little game. So if you want to come check it out, look at it, come hang out with me for a little while, you're more than welcome to. I'll be streaming for a couple hours around 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll see.
Hell yeah. Christopher, plug yourself.
Okay, yes.
Specifically for this X video.
Yes, please. Hello. If you would like to follow me on x.com and watch my X profile and repost my X's.
Well, you said 3 X's. We got to stop.
My X posts.
Okay, now it's gone on to 4. So moonshine.
My if you would like to live life on the extreme,
Thank you, Masha.
All right, I'll see you guys next week.
Please look at my my arts with an X.
It's silent.
You decide where it is. Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you go to my Twitter profile, you can. No, I don't know why I'm plugging my Twitter. The link's in chat. You can find my art portfolio in chat. Which then you can link to my. No, I think I took my Twitter off of it because I was told people who want to hire me might not want to see my Twitter. So yeah. Yeah, you can do that. You can look at my art. There's also links on my portfolio to my TeePublic, Redbubble, and Imprint if you would like to buy t-shirts, items with my art on it, or just high quality art prints from Imprint. If that suits your fancy. All options are available to you if you would like to do that and support me in whatever I'm doing. Because I am a college student about to enter my senior year, and once that's over, I have no earthly idea what I'm doing. God help me. I'm terrified, I'm scared, I'm freaking out, I'm having mental breakdowns. Anyway, so you could also buy my grandma's book if you feel bad for if you don't feel bad for me that much, but you feel bad for my grandmother. You can do that. You can my grandmother wrote a book about squirrels. I illustrated the book. That's pretty much it. Yeah, you can buy it. There's 3 of them. I've finished the art for the 4th one. So I just have to put it all together, and then I don't know if I'll be publishing it soon or if we're gonna hold off release and give the 3rd book some time to breathe, because they're selling like hotcakes, and we don't want to cut off the oxygen.
Yeah, you don't want to flood it because it might cut off like sales for one if the other one's
yeah, so true. Yeah, definitely, that's definitely happening. Cool. Yeah. Someone tell me
Pass it to
about
Mars.
other things to buy.
There we go.
Buy items. Purchase my wares. I sell them on Etsy.com, where you can purchase them. I just talked in a circle. I've got Etsy store. It's got objects you can purchase, like patches and earrings and paintings and all that good stuff. You can also commission me if you want. Twitter, contact via Twitter. I don't know why my brain's not working today. It's not though. Purchase object. The end.
Hell yeah. All right. That's the end of the announcements. Keeper, back to you.
Okay, I've got a very short opening here, and then when we come back from the intro, we can kind of refresh. But our opening does not take place in the yesteryear of Mysteries Past, but instead where you left. And we see the Fogwell that you left from before. Miss Merrill is surrounded by magical aura. It blows against her face, and she's grown pale as she continues to channel this tether into the Fogwell. Her breathing is becoming shallower, and those around her can do nothing but look on in worry as a cat walks past. And on this cat's small collar is a name tag. Ash the Seventh. But as it brushes against Miss Merrill's leg, and a bit of color refreshes in her cheeks, the tag begins to glow. And Ash the Eighth is born. Welcome to Monster of the Week.
Like laser engraved some inscription
That's pretty
cards
dope,
for
actually.
me.
That is really cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah, he also sleeved some like printed ones. He was gonna laser burn me the entire deck, and then realized just how many cards that was and thought better of it. He turned some of them into car air fresheners too, like the goat one. and like covered it in like a scented oil, so I have to pop it in there.
That's
Why?
very cool.
Masha, why does your car smell like goat? Don't worry about it.
It's not goat scented. I have to clarify.
And to clarify, we are back.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
We are so back. I'm learning that the table that I'm on is a lot shakier than my other one. Like, if I'm even typing a single word on my laptop, my whole thing shakes. Maybe I can put it here instead. I find that very annoying.
Well, while you work on that, hey Chris, what's going on?
Okay,
Like,
well,
what's it? I don't love that.
What is going on with Philip right now?
okay, well, context, background info happening in the background. We are in fact, things are fucked, royally
Good
fucked.
start.
We volcano blow up, Mount Ira blow up, town, Fogwell, Zorba County covered in red juice, the sea, and we, in our last ditch effort, decided to go back in time, with the help of Miss Merrill and the Fogwell, and so we have each been set back into different moments of the past, to discover magic marbles that once we bring together will help us in a ritual to hopefully reverse the effects of the erupting Mount Ira, or at least stop it from getting any worse. So crossing our fingers on that one. But Philip specifically, you would say, he ended up in a little compound, a little retreat, a little commune, known as Rivendell, from a certain mystery of mine that I was not involved in. So this worked it worked very well for Philip, so he doesn't have to run into himself. But he got there. He talked to the oh so charming Chef Alec, who is definitely has no relation to the mystery meat man from my season 2 mystery about vampires. And so yeah, so he said, "Hello, children. Would you like some chopsticks from my pocket?" And so, yeah, so he, he had a fun combo with him, and Philip was like, "Okay, cool. Seen any weird shit?" And he's like, "No, that's nah, fam. That's actually some of the Boogers Dinkelson knows a lot about the weird shit that goes on in the commune." And Philip was like, "Great, I'll go seek the advice and knowledge of the elder gods known as Boogers and Bradley Dinkelson." And so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all Philip did.
All right. What about Ren? What's going on with Ren?
Ren is in the Fey realm having a bad time. They were chased by some sort of ghost vision, something or other, of Apophis, who bullied them basically to until some random night guy showed up. So don't know who he is, but he let Ren know that they are in the land of the Fae. So where Ren is.
Sounds like fun. Hey Masha, what about Fig? What's going on there?
Excuse me. Fig ended up in the general foresty area around Fogwell, heard a gunshot and walked towards it, realizing that she saw the gross deer carcass stuck to a tree from my mystery, and therefore Fig would not be there, thus creating a weird time-space continuum problem. She decides that maybe she doesn't want to deal with that, and so she leaves after seeing that Bartholomew Beckham drives past in his truck with that red barrel in the back of it, which we discovered was full of seed and not an explosive. Haha, oops. She then finds a deer pinned beneath a rock slide, and a mountain lion comes in interested in eating said deer. And Fig tries to kind of prevent the whole thing from happening because there are also vampire creatures. There's just a lot happening. Anyway, she shoots a vampire, and then the mountain lion and the vampires all realize that she is there. And then everybody's favorite forest cop, Kernunos, shows up and tells her that she's not supposed to be there. And it is known that he recognizes that she is from a different time. He's a cop. He's a cop of all things fun, like fucking up the time-space continuum. Fig was also given the very important extra task of going into Miss Merrill's basement and collecting a magical deed. So that is something that she will have to try and obtain while she is, I almost said out of town, while she is back in time.
All right. And last but certainly not least, how's it going with Arthur?
It's hot, both in real life and in this flashback. After being separated from the group and traveling through the Fogwell, Arthur wakes up essentially in the basement of a burning house, and in the middle of some kind of like sacrificial ritual at the same time. He sees a woman kind of like splayed out on not necessarily like a dais, but like getting ready to be sacrificed. And one of the Pratt members in robes presiding over it, essentially. Arthur then kind of like scoops the woman, who turns out to be TurnTables mainstay and a critically acclaimed character, Old Lady Brenda. And yes, thank you. And thank you for muting yourself, Chris. And then essentially just kind of like knocks the Pratt member to the ground before retreating to a further room within the basement itself, since the floor above them is on fire, with an unconscious Old Lady Brenda. Still kind of, some would say, trapped. But we're figuring it out on the fly, right? This is tabletop RPGs. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Unless I don't know if I'm missing anything, Keeper.
Interesting.
Okay.
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? All right. So that's the. You didn't. I think you're good.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. So now that brings us back to the. I guess not the present, huh? That'd be weird if I just suddenly said, "All right, everybody's back now."
Honestly, I really liked Masha saying like back in time as if somebody was like out of town. Like if you could like, if we lived in a world in which it was at that casual to say, "Oh yeah, Frank, he's back in time." Like
Yeah.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
He'll be back last week.
Yeah. If you want to hang out with him, you gotta. I'm done with the joke. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I got nothing. I've had a long week.
That's all right.
It's all right.
So let's give you a longer week. Mushin, start with you.
Okay.
All right. So you are currently actually faced with a few problems since Kingdoms has helped take care of a vampire, and you take care of a vampire, but there's still one more, and there's also, the mountain lion that looks quite hungry at the moment. So, what would you like to do? And I guess Kernunos is also there and could be a problem.
Kernunos is always a problem. Oh.
Masha, I don't know exactly what you shifted, but if you could shift it just a little bit to your left.
Yeah, sorry. My
okay.
computer is being unhappy with me. I cracked
I like
the
the
screen
pulling
of
up
it,
laptop
and it's
not to work.
It's a touch screen, so it started like clicking on random stuff, and I was
Sure.
like, can't do that. Can you repeat your request of me, Dustin? Sorry,
Yeah, I was just asking what is it that you would like to do? I believe the last thing we did was Karanunos accusing you of not being where you're supposed to be.
Right. I don't remember if I fully addressed it, but I will do so now.
Okay.
Fig will turn to Kernunos, that is, if there isn't like imminent danger, and just say, I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I think I have an idea of how I get back, and we're trying to prevent a future where everything is going so much worse than any of us could have imagined.
And you believe that committing another wrong against nature will correct one.
I mean, they do say that 2 wrongs don't make a right, but I don't know that what I'm doing is wrong, per se.
You are perversing nature. Time is only meant to go in one direction, and yet here you are.
Well, One Direction split up a long time ago, so... Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Is Fig more of like a Harry Styles or like maybe like a Zayn? Is that Zayn or Niall?
I don't know which
Yeah,
of
those
them
are
are
the
not.
only two, and this is kind of sad that there was only ever two.
Liam is part. Whatever.
No, I don't
Liam
even
and
know that
Louis,
person.
right? Those were the other two.
No.
Zayn, Liam, Louis.
Louis?
Larry.
I love Louis.
Larry.
Okay.
Is that not
Living
one?
like
It doesn't matter.
Larry.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I never liked Louis. He was the troublemaker. Felt like he never showed up.
Anyways,
is the joke that he wasn't real? Anyway, so, right. I know that you have very strong ideas of what keeps everything good and safe, but clearly you can't prevent what is happening and what's about to happen. So either you accept this outside help willingly or it happens anyway. You can call it perverse as much as you want, but sometimes a little bit of perversion is necessary to prevent the death of thousands of people.
that is a very human way of looking at things.
Well, I am human. Fight me about it, Kernunos.
And yet you allow powers that should be well beyond a human's capabilities. It matters little. You are here now. How do you leave?
Well, I know that there are 2 things that I have to collect. One of which... I don't know if I want to tell you what I need, Kernunos. In case you try to wrest it from my hands. Simmer down, Fig. This is a little aggressive.
It is.
Sorry. My
Why don't-
bestie's dying in the woods in the future, okay? I
Why
gotta
don't-
get shit done.
Why don't you roll to manipulate something?
Oh, I'm good at that.
You got this. First roll of the night.
I rolled a 5 and a 6, which is an
Oh.
11. Minus 1 charm is a 10.
Hey, that's okay though.
Yeah.
Um,
Huh. Baby's most scared roll.
You have it pulled up right now, because I.
What's up?
am
The
bad
moves?
at
Oh.
the
Let me pull it up.
I got you.
Here it is. They'll do it for the reason you gave them. If you ask too much, they'll tell you the minimum it would take for them to do it. Or if there's no way they do it. Okay. Fine. You may keep your secrets. But how do I get you back to your time?
I'm pretty sure that if I obtain what I need to obtain, I will get pulled back.
And where must you obtain these secretive items?
Well, I know that one of them, at least, is back at Miss Merrill's shop. So that's an easy one. The other one, I was told I would know when I saw it.
He just kind of looks at you.
That's all I have.
You will know it when you see it.
Correct.
And you intend to what? Wander outside of your time until this thing magically... and the vampire is tired of waiting. It screeches and makes a dive in your direction. How would you like to respond?
Well, I don't think that I've had a chance. I think I shot one already, right? I don't think that I've had a chance to reload my rifle because I've been chatting with Cornunos this whole time. So I think that I'm going to draw my kukri, my hand knife, and just kind of like ready it, and if it gets within range, just give it a little stabby stabby.
Okay, go ahead. Roll to kick some ass because it is
Oh
coming.
god, oh, it's happening? Okay. Oh, Masha rolls twice? Shit. Okay.
Masha rolls twice.
Well, you can do it. Second roll of the night. Let's carry that juju.
I do have a dice tray now. It's
Nice.
a magnetic one, which I think is really cool.
Love those.
Because all of the like ones that snap together break eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And you have one corner that doesn't snap together. Ooh,
Is that a good one or a bad? Ooh.
ooh, you tell
Okay.
me
You have a
based
luck
on
point.
the tonation.
All right,
God, I
well,
do have luck. I do have a bunch of luck, but the tracker special for luck is the hunter becomes the hunted. I feel like bad things are gonna happen to me either way.
That's pretty
I
cool.
rolled a 5 plus 1 tough is a 6. I think I'm just gonna take it to the face.
Okay, well, you take it to the face as this vampire knocks your hand aside as it flies towards you and takes a nice little nibble on your collarbone.
Ooh, oh,
Fangs,
on a bone?
yeah, fangs digging
There we go.
into your flesh, and blood pouring as you take 2 harm.
Okay.
How much harm were you at before?
I was at 1, so I'm
Okay.
not yet unstable again, but any more harm and oops. I will be. Cornunos, come on!
I'm
Can you help me out here, my guy?
I'm fighting to not make him snarky because he's not really snarky. He's just
Yeah.
very plain. Because
Indifferent.
but I will tell you guys. At first, I was just gonna have him comment on his helping techniques being secret, but I won't do that. Instead, he will grab it and rip it free from you. It does not feel good. In fact, one of those harm may have come from him suddenly just tearing it away, rather than it releasing. But he grabs it, slams it to the ground, and tramples it beneath the hoof.
Right, well, I appreciate that, and I will remember that you assisted me from, oh goodness, this situation, and she, like, takes a hand and just holds it against the bleeding.
If you were to die here, it would cause problems.
I agree with you. I really would prefer to stay as alive as possible.
If you were to die here, I will ensure your body is destroyed.
Brutal. Who will look after Little Man if that happens?
The forest
Shitters
will welcome
and-
its own.
He'd be alright. I think he'd prefer the comforts of a good home, though.
Little man is an apex predator.
I know.
Fig is holding him back.
Truly.
Little Man is like throwing punches at Cornunos right now, and she's comically holding him by his like wriggly little body, and he's slipping around like a little slinky toy, and she's just like, "Yeah, little man, listen, little man, all right, just stop, just stop." And it goes on for a comically long amount of time.
You must go.
Right.
The mountain lion screams.
I'm going.
Sorry.
It leaps at you, but Karanunos does knock it aside.
That's baller as hell.
It's gonna give
Yeah,
it to
I
you.
think that
You will answer for such crimes when you are back to your time. For now, go.
as she starts running towards Fogwell proper, she mutters under her breath, "Well, the ideal is that there's a future to return to. I'll answer for my crimes then."
And you will. And he turns. He grabs the mountain lion by the scruff of its neck, like a human would a kitten, and just walks back into the forest with it.
He's getting put on timeout.
All right. So what are you going to do from here, and then we'll switch to somebody else. Like, where are you going to go?
I think that my intention is to go get the thing from Miss Merrill's basement first.
Okay.
Knowing that at some point in the not so distant future, the whole thing explodes, and we don't want that. And I know there's a little magical pearl somewhere, but I don't know. The deed seems very important. So.
Okay. So while you head in that direction, we will shift our gaze from you to Ren.
Okay. And I will be right back. I've managed to hurt myself. I will return.
Please don't do that. All right. So Ren, we left you in the Fey realm with an unexpected helper.
Yeah. I think Ren was like on the ground, getting bullied by Apophis, basically, and this guy shows up out of nowhere, and I think Ren's just on the ground, like a little bit looking up, sort of flabbergasted at this person.
Yeah, and as a reminder, he is clad completely in medieval style armor, and you can't even see his face. Mm-hmm. And he extends a gauntleted hand in your direction to help you out.
And Ren takes it.
Thou must be careful in these parts.
Where specifically am I? I mean, I guess that doesn't really help me.
Thou doth be in the land of the Fae. Currently, thou art positioned in the Court of the Winter.
Are you from here, or are you another, like, do you live here?
No, I doth come from another land than this. I come from a land known as Earth. Are you familiar?
Yeah, I come from there too.
Ah, and where doth thou hail?
A place called Fogwell. What about you?
I have not heard of Fogwell. I hail from Camelot.
I'm familiar vaguely via stories and stuff.
Stories?
Yeah.
I see. Well, I am on a very important mission given to me by my king.
I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to be going, so I could maybe help you with that if you want.
What doth that mean? What doth I mean? Thou art here?
I'm supposed to be finding something, but I don't even know where to start looking. So, I figure if you're going somewhere, maybe I'll find it along the way.
Very well. I must make a delivery.
All right. What you delivering? Anything fun?
It 'tis not mine to say, but 'tis for someone else. But very well. If thou needest protecting, it is a knight's duty.
I mean, I've also got a sword. I could help you. We could be like buddies, like fighting buddies. But like, I have a fighting buddy, but like temporary fighting buddies.
Is thy sword iron?
No, it's bronze.
Thou ist in the land of the Fae, with nary an iron to your name. Didst thy have no preparation?
Nope, didn't have any preparation. Didn't even know I was gonna go here until I was here. So.
You see. Well, dost thou known how to swingeth a sword?
Yes, I'm familiar.
I see. And he thinks for a moment before nodding and reaching down to unsheath his blade.
Is this like a... In what way is he unsheathing his blade? Is it like a show me you know how to use a sword, or is it like a come look at my cool sword?
What is thy name?
Ren. What about you?
Rin, I see. My name is not one I can share. It is not out of mistrust for you, but I am forbidden from saying my name, for if the Fae were to learn of it, then...
Do you have like a pseudonym or like something I can call you, or you just want me to, you know?
Very well. Thou mayst call me Merlin.
Full name.
I thank thee. 'Tis of a friend.
I don't have a friend with that cool name. I do
Well,
have a friend named Fig though. That's a pretty cool name.
As the tree.
Yeah.
I see. Well, Ren, friend of the trees, take this blade, and he offers it to you.
And Ren takes the blade and like tests it in their hands. I think like does a couple of motions with it to feel how it balances and all that.
Yeah, it feels a little odd, but you've swung Arthur's blade before, so you know it. You know.
Ouch!
What?
Are you saying my blade is imbalanced?
No, I'm saying it's not balanced in the same way that a sword completely differently shaped would be.
Fair.
I have mine own way of protecting, but do be wary, for we must pass through this forest for some time yet to reach my destination. And I do hope that thou findest what thou seekest.
I hope so as well.
Then we away. And he turns on a heel and starts walking.
Ren follows.
Okay. We're going to jump again while you walk a little bit to Philip. Hey, Philip, how's it going? What is thou doing? Sorry, what are you doing?
Philip is waddling through the campgrounds, in the direction that Chef Alec made. I can't remember if he motioned or just was like, "Hey, they're around." But I'm looking for some. I'm looking for whatever kids I can find.
Okay. So, I think that he has his hood up and everything, right? Like he is hiding his current.
Yes.
Okay. Because I know that for a
Good,
time
that's
he
good.
had left it down. But as you walk through, you can hear people conversing in different places, or maybe just footsteps or what have you. But eventually, you come to a sort of like courtyard style area. Like it's not as grandiose as a courtyard, but it's an outside area that's more like a yard um, than anything. And there are you can see the perimeter fence at this point and a barn looking thing, and you hear some louder voices, and I'm trying my best to
Booker's
remember.
sounds like Seto Kaiba, like a
Oh,
bully voice.
Seto Kaiba.
You're all
Boogers. Yeah, just
Wow.
tune it up a bit. Yeah, you got it.
Wow.
Yeah,
okay.
it's not like deep as Seto.
Here we go. Let's see if I can keep this up and not forget it. I'm telling you, there's something weird going on underneath the cabins.
I don't remember what her brother sounded like, but in my mind immediately goes to like a little boy George, kind of like, oh no, like. But that's also my own, own kind of like.
He was like, hello there, pleasure to see you. My name. It's more sad than that. It was
like a sad
he was
Gideon
Southern.
from Gravity Falls.
Hi there, pleasure to meet you. Nice to see you. How's it going? Yeah, that's Bradley. Anyway, yeah, I think Philip. Philip. I think does Philip Does Philip care about the sanctity of time?
The sanctity of time.
The sanctity of time.
Because if Philip cared about the sanctity of time, he would like not instantly engage with people. But he's already talked to Chef Alex, so in for a penny, in for a pound. Philip waddles over to where he hears the noise.
You see a young girl arguing, or at least speaking to a very large man. He seems to be pretending to listen to her, just slowly nodding a few times. He's holding a fire axe at the moment, and she's just going on and on about weird things in the cabin. What do you do?
Sorry to interrupt, folks. Looking for boogers.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm just a little guy. Don't ask me. That's it. That's my name. Little guy. First name Little, last name Guy.
Are the visitors here already?
I think, yeah, I've heard some things about such a thing happening. I'm not involved though. I'm not really involved. I couldn't really say either or, but
You're not with the visitors, but you are on.
No, I'm a transfer.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm something of a cool person. Just hanging out. Anyway, just don't mind me. I'm inconsequential to the grand scheme.
Cool guy, my ass. Not as cool
No,
as
my
me.
name's Little Guy.
All right, little guy. Little guy and Big Bill.
And boogers. And boogers.
How did you know my name was Boogers?
Chef Alec told me he was a cool guy. I actually don't. He didn't say his name. The chef said I needed to find boogers.
Yeah, did you try picking your nose?
It's hard for me to do that. Ha 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 ha. It's an inside joke. You wouldn't get it.
You making fun of me?
No. I would never do that to you. I would never. Anyway, cool. Have you seen any weird shit around lately?
So this was
seen
one of
any-
your friends' boogers. I don't know who the fuck that is. He seems to be interested in weird things.
Weird
If it was-
things as in glowing orbs or marbles.
Oh! You talked to my brother.
No, I have not. I have talked to one person.
How the fuck do you know about... Whatever.
I just love collecting glowing marbles. I'm a traveling collector, you might say. Little guys, traveling marble band. That's me.
Boogers, go play marbles with your friend. I'll look. But if I don't find anything... Yeah, whatever. And Boogers just kind of just flips him off and walks over toward
Oh, he seemed lovely. I hope he gets his work done and has a good day.
yeah, he's usually pretty quiet.
A kind, gentle soul. Okay, let's go.
So what do you want?
Marbles. That's what I said.
She fishes in her pocket and pulls out a marble. Well, like this.
Oh,
It's a cat's eye.
oh, mint condition. But have you got anything else? Something a little rarer?
You asked for weird stuff. You believe weird stuff? I don't know why I went little Joey Wheeler there. I'm going Miss Merrill help.
I got weird shit for days.
All right. And you want a weird glowing marble.
That seems to be my MO. Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I just sort of say things.
I thought your name was Little Guy. Now it's Mo.
Little guy, middle name Mo. That's what they call me.
That's a long name.
Yeah. Boogers.
I'm just gonna call you Little.
Okay. You call me Lil.
Actually, I'm gonna give you a nickname.
Okay, I shall take it in stride. I already have so many names to keep up. My identity is cracking at all times.
All right, I'm gonna call you Marbles.
Oh, I've lost them.
All right, well, come on, Marbles. Let's go.
Catchphrase, let's go.
What? What the fuck are you talking about?
I was just trying to be cool. I felt like we were a little team there. Like we were a superhero duo. It's Boogers and Marbles, the crime fighting team.
Fuck that. If anything, you're my sidekick.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm your sidekick. I'm Marbles. I say the funny things. You say the cool badass. You're a loner type, but my kind soul softens your stony heart, and we learn to be good friends by the end. You learn a little bit from me. I learn a little bit from you.
So you really are a few marbles short of a bag.
That's why they call me Marbles.
Sure is, Marbles. So, you want to see some weird stuff, huh?
Yeah, sure. You ever seen a dead body?
I was actually about to ask you that.
Every time I look in the mirror.
Fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked. Anyway, so where's this marble?
How do I know I could trust you? It's in my secret stash.
Pinky swear.
Don't you roll manipulate someone?
Okay.
How's your
Just
charm?
to clarify, Philip does have -1 charm.
Extends
Well, I'm
bony
sure-
finger.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Exactly. No, exactly. He wears fingerless gloves, so she just sees this cold blue flesh. Okay, it's a 3 and a 2,
So it wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's fine.
so it's a 4.
You do have a luck point. Unless your playbook is also
Unless I'm saving them.
for
Sure,
what? We're
fuck
in
it.
the finale.
It would be funny, and then I keep using them until I die.
It's totally
Sure.
your choice. I don't mean to.
Yeah, sure. I'll use luck. Who cares?
Okay. How does
Hex
luck work?
luck.
How's it?
Heck, it's a 12. It becomes a 12.
12. Okay.
What I've rolled.
Yeah.
But my hex special is a little broken. When I spend luck until the end of the mystery, backlash on my spells will be extra nasty. But of course, reminder, they can't affect me.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm writing it down. Yeah, all right. I think that still plays out, and that the real creepy finger extends out, and it's boogers though. And instead of being spooked, she's like badass, and then she just
I
Like
stuck my hand in a blender once. Ha ha ha.
me too.
Whoa, fuck. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, come with me. So no, but for real, have you ever seen a dead body before?
Yeah, yes, I told you. I'm not a fucking liar.
Okay, good, because you're gonna see another one.
Okay,
And-
cool. Do you mind if okay, just gonna gauge your responses. If that dead body started moving, would you be A, freaked out, B, confused, or C, pretty chill about it?
Seems badass to me.
Okay, cool, perfect.
And all right, and I think that Boogers is going to take you on your way real quick while we check in on Arthur.
We're gonna really test Booker's nerve in this encounter of like how cool are you, Boogers? You gonna be chill, or are you a narc at heart?
So Arthur, what are you doing? It's hot.
Okay, so we have entered into this room, right? Chris, not necessarily the like the guitar solo song that you have, but like something with a little bit more tempo, maybe, just because the house is on fire. There's an active Pratt member coming after us, and I am scared. So we've entered into this new room, right, Keeper? That was kind of like farther back from the principal room where the sacrifice was taking place. What does it look like? Are there any windows in this possible cellar, like one of those, like, you know, long, high up windows that sometimes I see in houses that are
Of course
not.
not.
In
That would make
Texas?
this way too easy.
Damn it. Well, you know, a guy had to ask.
Yeah, absolutely not. Again, so in this room, there is an L-shaped desk pressed up against the wall with a toolbox sitting on it, and there is this is actually the room where the pentagram is painted on the floor.
Yeah. That's right, because old Lady Brenda was just like on the floor, I think, or just kind of like laid out in the first room. Right.
Yeah, the robe figure actually came from this direction.
So L-shaped desk pressed up to the corner with a toolbox, pentagram on the floor. Anything else?
there's a shelf on the opposite side that has like odds and ends, like maybe a box of screws or nails, some laundry detergent, just some things that you might find stored in a basement.
How? Can I, if I look back, can I still see the Pratt member? Or is there like a door obscuring the way? Like,
well, there's smoke. There's a lot of smoke at the
right.
moment.
Okay.
So who knows where he is right now?
Okay. I don't know whether or not I have enough time to Home Alone trap this shit. But I think Arthur's going to take old lady Brenda. He's going to go over to the L-shaped desk, lay her down gently, and then turn around and draw his sword.
Okay. As you draw your sword, from the smoke emerges this robed figure, who turns in your direction and holds out a hand, and he begins to chant.
Great. Arthur just, I think as he's entering in, I think Arthur probably was saying like, I don't want to hurt you, but if you know, and then, you know, in the but if he starts chanting, I think Arthur's just going to move forward before he can like get off the spell, essentially. And I would like to chop off his hand.
Kick some ass. And as a reminder, I still have one more hold on you.
You do, Keeper.
So to let you know.
You do. Yeah, that's correct. To give me a -1, right?
I'm not doing it right now, but
you know,
I can.
yeah, but you know, you're just telling me.
Except acting under pressure. I can't
Right.
do it there.
Okay, so that is a 4 and a 3, which is a 7. But I have a +2 to tough, so it makes it a 9.
Okay. All right. So no sense in me using it now.
Or you know, you could use it now if you want.
No, I'll pass. Thank you for the offer, though.
All right.
Okay, so you and whatever you are fighting inflict harm on each other. So first off, how much damage does your sword do?
Just normal, because I again have not had time to use the whetstone to increase it further. It's just 2 harm.
2 harm. Thank you very much. All right. So 2 harm as you slash at this man's hand, and I think that you don't cut his hand off, but he definitely loses a couple of fingers as the sword slashes across the thing. He screams out a curse, and his hand lowers to the ground.
Like a magical curse, or like a
no, he
cuss
fuck.
word? Okay.
Yeah, he just shouts.
Good.
His favorite wizard swear. Fuck. And the harm you were probably expecting to take is not exactly what happens to you, because there's no magical beam or whatever that come from his hand.
Right.
Instead, you feel an intense pain suddenly in your back as you are smashed against it with something very hard. And when you turn around, there is another Pratt member in a robe looking nearly identical to the person you just slashed with a sword.
Great. So wait, so this Pratt member, do they have a weapon, or did they just like punch me? Sucker punch me
They have
behind?
they have a wrench that they picked up off. They presumably picked up off the wrench or off the desk.
Good. Love that. Great. So I'm sandwiched between these 2 individuals?
You sure are.
Great. Okay. I've been smashed in the back. I think I'm going to... I'd like to use that momentum to push myself onto the Pratt member in front of me.
Okay.
And then, like, throw him back towards the other Pratt member in the hopes of, like, you know, just discombobulating the room enough to give Arthur time to, like, recompose and reset himself. But so, like, got struck in the back, rushing forward, trying to grab the guy in front of me and, like, essentially, like, not like a WWE, like, you know, toss him back or anything, but just, like, you know, swing him back and push him into the other Pratt member.
You did take 1 harm from that hit, by the way.
Gotcha. I do have a warrior, which strikes off 1 less harm.
Okay.
from harm. So I essentially it doesn't do.
Okay,
anything to me.
it cancels out. It hurts then, but it's not like extreme pain. It was just a wrench that you got hit with. So are you trying to actually do damage, or are you trying to?
I think.
Like, what's the important thing here?
To me, the important thing is shifting the momentum of the battle to back to neutral ground rather than being sandwiched between the two of them. Yeah.
Then act under pressure for me.
Gotcha. Okay, that's. I saw a 6 and I got really excited, but then the other one was a 1. So that's a 6 and a 1, which is a 7 with act under pressure. I have a +1 to that, so it makes it an 8.
Okay, so I get to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay.
Correct. To be clear, I was tossing the guy back to, like, cause them confusion, even though I know that to cause them confusion in order to, like, be able to reset the table, right? So that I just want to make that clear so that you can make your choice, correct?
I understand.
Yeah.
Let's see. Which of these things do I?
Man, I should actually like look at my moves and see if there's anything here that helps.
All right, I got it. I'm going to give you a worse outcome in this. So you are going to succeed at getting them, away, basically, so that you're not surrounded by them anymore. But as you shove one into the other stumbles back and smacks pretty hard against the wall of the of this room you're in.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do, because of the fire that is currently burning above, it has weakened some of the foundations of the home, and as he bumps into it, the ceiling above you begins to crack, and looks like it could collapse at any time.
Shit. Okay. Does it look like if it were to collapse that it would like fall on old lady Brenda?
It looks like if it were to collapse, it would have fallen on you. So it would actually miss old lady Brenda at this point, but it would not miss you, and it would probably not feel great.
Sure. I mean, Arthur was just like, crispified a couple mysteries ago by Philip, so, maybe it probably wouldn't hurt as bad as that. But I think okay, yeah, I think Arthur's going to try and like roll out of the way of the collapsing ceiling.
Okay. Roll act under pressure for me again.
Come on. All right, that's a little better, but still not great. It's a 5 and a 3, which makes it an 8. With a +1 is a 9.
Oof. Almost had it. Almost got there.
Almost.
So now I get to do it again.
Watch me use bottle it up again and just continue to rack up.
Okay. I'm going to give you a hard choice this time.
Okay.
You can do what you set out to do. You can roll out of the way and get out of the way when the ceiling collapses. But if you do, this door is going to be blocked by the debris. You will not be able to enter back into this room, and you will be leaving the Pratts alone with old lady Brenda.
Oh, I see. So you're having me roll back into the other room?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Because if you roll backwards, you're still just going to have ceiling fall on you.
Right. And the alternative is just taking this shit to the face?
And the alternative is staying in the room. The ceiling is not collapsing right now, but it is one shake away or one bad move away from it collapsing. So the other choice is to stay in this room and hope that it holds. Obviously, Arthur doesn't know this. This is a narrative hard choice.
Yeah. No, I got you. I think Arthur will stay in the room.
Okay. All right. So you will stay in the room, and what are you going to do about these two fellas who are slowly recombobulating themselves after being so rudely shoved?
If I can still... Question, so they're both wearing robes, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to assume that Arthur has some passing knowledge about the worms, right? I feel like it makes sense that at a certain point, somebody in the group has expressed that information.
I mean, wasn't he almost given a worm at the end of your mystery?
Arthur?
Mm-hmm. Did they save him at some point? I can't quite remember.
No, that was Ren.
No, that was Ren.
That was Ren.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, Arthur probably heard about that. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Ren poured their heart out to Arthur. At least once or twice, probably.
Because in my head, I'm not gonna lie to you, in my head I was like, let's just roll forward, strike horizontally and just try and take him out at the knees. Just like let's try and just cut through that simple weak point in the leg. But Arthur now has to think that they are also just normal individuals under the control of these worms as well. Although he did actually just cut someone's fingers off, but it could have been worse. It could have been their whole hand. So they still got like a hinge.
Well, you didn't cut off all of their fingers. They still probably got like 3 fingers.
Right. Okay. Okay, I think he's gonna go to disarm the individual with the wrench.
Okay.
Whether or not that means cutting off some fingers on his hand or not.
All right, that's fine. I think that the one from before is extending out his other hand.
Jesus. They just don't know when to quit.
And beginning to chant as well, while the one with the wrench does step in front of him to try and swing you. So you're going for the wolf with the wrench for now.
Yes. Yeah. It's strange because like I guess this could be act under pressure, but like I'm specifically trying to use my sword to disarm him, so it seems like it would be kick some ass, and like fingers crossed I'd roll like a +12 and be able to
roll to kick some ass.
All right.
We'll.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Okay. I got a 6 and a 3, which is a 9, with my +2 from tough is an 11.
All right. Choose your extra.
I believe it's I'd like to okay, so Keeper, if disarming this specific individual, does that seem more like you gain the advantage to take a +1 forward, or you force them where you want them?
I would say the +1 forward, and you'll find out why once I describe what happens.
Gotcha. Then yes, I'll take the +1 forward.
Okay, so as you slash into this person with the wrench, you do knock the wrench away, and your sword makes contact with them, and when it does, they pop and return to smoke.
Okay. Cool. Yes. Shadow clone jutsu.
Yeah, speaking of, you're going to take some damage because that's how this works.
Right.
As you get smacked over the back of the head with a box of detergent.
Sure.
Still going to be one damage again, but as behind you is a robed figure looking very similar to the one with his hand outstretched.
Does it turn the tide? Because tide is a... Damn. No, Dustin, please, no, the overlay. Dustin, come back. You could have just said it was a different brand.
No, it's... there was a bounty of things I could have said, but I didn't.
Okay, so they've just thrown a box of detergent at me.
Yeah.
Is this Fingerless dude, or is this another Shadow clone?
You don't know.
But like,
yeah.
If I turn around and it... Oh, you're saying I don't know because we're about to transition to somebody else? Or...
No, I'm saying that you don't know because they look identical.
Okay, but there is another...
Oh, yes.
In
yes,
the room
yes,
where
yes.
they're...
There is
okay.
There is a second one now.
Cool.
Behind you once again.
Gotcha. By virtue of where I was attacking, I'm assuming I'm currently close by to one of the Fingerless dudes that's not across the room grabbing the detergent.
You are facing One of them, yes.
Okay, cool. Then I think I'm gonna take the crossguard of the sword and I'm just gonna punch him in the face, hoping also to like to like push back their hood to see the worm.
Kick some ass.
Dope. That's a 2 and a 1. With a +2 makes it a 5. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna use a luck point for that, my guy.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. And it seems trivial right now, but I've got plenty to spare. The exile special is whenever you spend a luck point, you'll soon find something from your original life. It might be something good, or it might be bad.
Okay.
But that will treat it as a 12. Unless you want to use the hold to bring it. Can you do that on luck? Or would it be... I feel like it would maybe cheat out the idea of luck if you could use the hold on it.
I'm not going to anyway.
Okay, dope.
Like, even if I was to be allowed to, I also agree that it would feel kind of bad to do that. All right, so yeah, you can actually choose, because you have advanced, right?
Correct. I leveled up at the end of last session, and I took Kick Some Ass as one of the base moves that I can take advanced on. So on a 12+, instead pick an enhanced effect. You completely hold the advantage. All hunters involved in the fight get +1 forward. You suffer no harm at all. Your attack inflicts double the normal harm, or your attack drives the enemy away in a rout. I'm gonna take that last one because I feel like we gotta cut this in some way, shape, or form, even if it's like, even if I don't kill this person. I guess that's a good thing.
I love that actually, because here's what's going to happen. You were just gonna bop this guy right in the head, and behind you, you're going to hear a sickening cracking sound, terrifying one, as the ceiling collapses on the other person that returns to smoke. As this ceiling collapses, it falls in at a bit of a slant for you, and this guy that you've been wailing on shoves past you and runs up this little ramp to a door that has appeared in the above you and dashes his way outside of it.
Okay, so I can kind of see into the house now above me.
You can, yeah.
Okay, dope. And you said that there's like some kind of ramp.
The ramp is just the debris. So like, sure. I use ramp in like in a video game it would look like a ramp, but like
a ramp. Yeah, I got you.
It's really just a bunch of debris that you could walk up if you're careful.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to. We can leave it off here if you'd like to transition to like a break or something.
Well,
but
what are you going to do?
I'd like to try and sling sheath the sword, sling old Lady Brenda over my shoulder, and try and climb the debris if possible into the room up top.
Okay, so we will come back to that. There may be something that keeps you from doing that, or
okay.
it doesn't keep you from
that's
doing
just
it,
my intention.
Yeah,
that's just my intention.
That's all I wanted to know. Okay, so we'll say that we leave off with you throwing old Lady Brenda over your shoulder, and we will go ahead and take a break.
Yeah.
I think that we are about halfway through what I wanted to get through today, so that kind of works out pretty well.
Nice. We bought time by talking about magic. Good stuff. Right. Well, we appreciate everyone who's been with us so far. We're going to be back in about 10 minutes. Feel free to use the facilities, get a snack, walk around, unclench your jaws, and we'll be back soon. Deuces. See you in 10.
Mwah.
That's wild. What did you think of between the two? You know.
I mean, it's good. Sorry.
Sorry, I don't mean to make you talk. I love talking about the first Terminator movie and the second Terminator movie because obviously the second Terminator movie is like the more popular of the two, or it's the one that people enjoy the most. But like, I really do like Terminator 1 because it is much more kind of like a horror movie.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
yeah. 2 is definitely more, which makes sense because in the first one they didn't have their own killer robot from the future.
Mm-hmm. But it's cool. Like, thinking of the first movie and being like, this machine doesn't stop. It never stops. It only ever continues. You know, that's very cool.
Yeah. I've never watched. Okay, that's not true. I was gonna say I've never watched an Alien movie.
Oh.
But I've watched exactly one. I've also watched exactly one Predator movie. They're the same movie.
Alien versus Predator.
Yeah. That's the only one I've seen. I bring that up because they just added Alien to Dead by Daylight. Well, the Xenomorphs now with Killer and Ripley is that.
You gotta watch Alien and Aliens and then stop there.
That's what I've heard. I've heard Predator is a lot more forgiving. You can enjoy most of those.
Honestly, it's been a hot minute since I watched the Predator movies, but I recently watched Prey on Hulu, and I thought that was really good, to be honest. Hey, friend.
I've returned. Apologies for my lateness. My tea took longer than I thought.
He's chill. That's a sick jacket.
Thank you. I love this jacket. It's got cool stuff on the sleeve.
Hell yeah. Quick snack check? Question mark?
Peanut butter sandwich.
Nice. Sydney, or no, go mushroom.
Banana and some rose tea that is still brewing.
Ooh. Mars? You are muted, friend.
You're muted?
Can't hear you. Yeah.
But I got that boba tea looks good.
That's Pikmin! Yeah, couldn't hear you, but...
Switch on my microphone. I drove 30 minutes to get a Pikmin drink today from Kung Fu Tea.
Okay.
It also came with a little straw type upper, but I left those in the car. I got 2 drinks. It was just me. They had little Pikmin cups and little straw toppers, and I said, "Give me 2, please." So I drank one earlier, and I'm drinking one now.
Cool.
I got a red Pikmin cup and a blue Pikmin cup.
Nice. I literally thought that you had the snack check had started, and then you had driven to go get the boba, and then had come back.
No.
Okay.
That would be incredible.
I drove after work. I was not feeling well halfway through work, so I was like, "Can I go home?" And they were like, "Yeah." And then I drove 30 minutes to get tea because I didn't think it would take 30 minutes, even though Google said it would, and Google was right.
Was it just like traffic?
No, it was like, I was like, sure, it's like one town over. Surely it won't take 30 minutes. But then I forgot that town is a really big town. So.
Gotcha.
I'm in popcorn.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Sydney and I have a friend who has a newborn, newborn, and so we kind of made them dinner and some snacks, and we had some cookies left over that have kind of some strudel crumbs on them, and some strawberry jam and some blueberries inside of them. So that I ate one of those cookies, and they were very good.
Ooh, that sounds very good.
There's a cat in my backyard.
This is giving.
Oh my god, 2 cats.
This is giving me. This is the second season finale that Masha has found some animal or bug to take a picture of with their phone. What's the meme where it's like, if I had a nickel, or it's strange that this has happened 2 times or something along those lines.
Yeah. If I had a nickel for every time this happened, it would only be 2 nickels, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, then I have to text these pictures to my roommate now.
We gotta send them to us too, so that I can make
fine.
Make a video out of this.
They're just lounging back there. They're just vibing out.
If only to be a cat. Lounging.
Yes, I will. I will send the pictures to you guys too.
Dope. Excellent. Excellent. Whenever you're ready, Keeper. No worries. No
I was just finishing that last part.
no stress to chew quickly and possibly choke.
There is like a 99% chance these two have fleas and shit. They are munching on their backs.
Nice. Same.
Gross.
Same. Speaking of cats, Masha.
Correct. I am
Hi.
a cat. You caught me.
I play a cat on twitch.tv/Valor6.
There you go.
But Catboy Mystery Runner, infamous for such, Masha. We are going to start Fig off arriving at the antique shop.
I just realized that there's a non-zero chance that past Fig is here. Because I think that I mentioned during my mystery that Fig was going to be hanging out with Miss Merrill. So I'm going to determine what time frame it is, and if this is a time frame wherein past Fig and past Miss Merrill were like out of the house or something. I don't know if you want to come up with that information, Dustin, or if I should. I need to close my window, or I'm just gonna watch these cats lick themselves in the backyard.
I was about to say, I guess you'll have to find out, but then I realized, no, this is literally something Fig would know, because
Right.
Fig is there. Yeah, no, you're there.
I'm there. Also, past Fig is there.
Past Fig is in the place, but you don't remember ever going in the basement. So at least there's that. You have that going for you.
There is an entrance to the basement that is from the outside, question mark.
You escaped from it before the thing blew up.
Right,
that
but that was through a window.
Correct.
Sure was.
Cool. I'm going to try to stealth up to that window and see if I can get it open from the outside.
Why don't you act under pressure for me?
God, you're so right.
Yeah, I should have had you roll to whatever the one was best way in and out, but
You know, I live here, so that's
you do.
okay.
That's fair.
That is an 8 plus 1 is 9.
Okay.
Bummer. It's a hard choice. Worse outcome or price to pay, I think.
You are correct.
Yeah. I just played Monster of the Week at Gen Con. It's been a long time since I played with a group of people who wasn't y'all.
Was it fun?
Mhm.
That's good.
It was really cool. I got to play with some people I knew, some people I didn't, and it was a one-shot that was actually a one-shot, which never happens when I play home games because, oops, we need 6 more hours.
Right.
So,
Okay. I know what I want to do. You have a hard choice. This is a
Okay.
possible way of getting in. However, it's locked from the other side. In order for it to, there is one way you can think of to get this unlocked without having to smash the window, but it does involve letting Little Man go off on his own to get it.
oh shit.
So if you want to do this, you are going to have to let Little Man go on his own little adventure.
Little man, little man. Well, last time I tried to send Little Man off to do a Little Man adventure, he ended up with that weird chef, and I don't love that. But at the very least, Little Man rooting around in Miss Merrill's house is not like a suspect thing. Like, it's common for him to be doing whatever. It's just What happens if the two little mans meet? Oh god.
That's where the paradox happens.
Oh no. I think I'll do it. I think the hard choice is that if my option is alright, because Saul is rooting for it so hard, I will let little man have his own little man adventure.
Okay. He's gonna go in through the front door.
Oh boy.
Because he's gonna have to. Like that's really the only option that he has. Do you want me to control little man, or would you like to control little man and I can give you, what's what?
I would love to control little man.
Yeah,
this never gets to happen.
There it is. You're controlling the little man.
Woo!
Yeah.
Entering little man state.
New challenger
Not to be confused with little guy. Who's
Yeah,
a
little
marble
guy.
collector.
Right.
My new character.
Little guy is a marble collector. Little man is a little ferret-looking dude.
Hey, he's a martin. He's a pine martin.
And
I do believe ferrets and martins are related.
Okay, so yeah, little man's going to have to go in through the front door.
Cool. Can he do that by himself?
For the sake of simplicity, he's going to have all of your stats for this in case I need you to roll anything.
I feel like he'd be way more charming than I am.
Too bad.
Maybe
That
not.
is true. That's fair.
He'd be more charming and probably less tough and less weird. But the cat's climbing a tree.
Little man isn't.
Oh my god, the cat's up in the tree.
What was that name of that one like ferret / pine marten dude from Ice Age 3, Dawn of the Dinosaurs, who has the leaf eye patch? It's like Bud, right, or something?
No idea.
So you're one of 3 people who've ever watched that movie.
Nobody's watched that. He's the funniest guy
It's
in there.
Buck.
He's got Buck. That's right.
You know, I just don't remember.
He's got the Australian accent, and he's like.
What
Anyway.
is he?
I don't know.
He's
He's
like-
very funny.
He's like a weasel. He's like a
underbite. What
he's like a
animal is
prehistoric
Buck?
weasel.
He's an
Probably.
English weasel.
Mm.
Oh,
Buck
from the
is short
dinosaur.
for Buckminster.
I just remember because he's like hyping up the evil dinosaur in the movie, who's like really really scary, and then like he just like turns around and he goes, "His name is Rudy." I thought that was the funniest thing I'd ever heard in my life at that point in time.
What is the plot of this movie? Whatever. I am Little Man. Little Man has my
Ice Age
stats.
movie
No.
marathon.
Mm-mm.
We
No,
have
thank
so
you.
many movies we
So-
have to watch.
Stop
on.
it. No,
Little
thank
Man.
you. Little Man is walking up to the door of
We'll
Miss
say
Merrill's.
that the door itself is like, I mean, this is an older building. The door itself gets stuck open. If somebody doesn't push it closed, and we'll say that it's open enough for him to be able to wiggle his way into the room.
Okay. I wiggle through the door and jaunt delicately with my little feet. This is healing some part of my inner child that I didn't know needed healing. With my little feet, I pitter-pat to the entrance to the basement.
The door is closed to the basement, unfortunately.
Do I think I can open it with my tiny little weasel martin hands?
Would little man think he could do it?
No,
Okay, so he
definitely
doesn't,
not.
he doesn't think he can. Okay, well then no, you don't think you can do it. He doesn't believe in himself.
I am going to whine and
Okay.
scratch at the door a little bit.
All right, you hear footsteps coming down the stairs.
Because I'm a little creature, I know whose footsteps these are. Who is it?
You know whose footsteps these are, because, well, I guess you know that, but there was that really weird time that little man wanted to get into the basement. That Fig remembers, and it was really odd because Fig comes down the stairs, and oh boy, this is weird. My head is, because I really don't want to do a Fig impression when the actual player of Fig is here.
Y'all right there, little man?
All right. Why don't you roll manipulate someone?
Me as little man.
You as little man.
This is so meta. This is very cool.
I hate
I'll be
this.
right back. The cat I'm cat sitting just fell into the recycling bin and is
God damn
causing
it.
a ruckus.
God damn it, Orpheus, you little ruckus maker.
It's Poppy. It's the other one.
God damn it, Poppy, you little ruckus maker.
Poppy, are you okay?
I'm so happy we can still technically hear Mars a little.
Yeah. I don't know that Mars knows that they didn't mute. Sorry, I'm supposed to be doing something here and just got distracted. Just distracting cats from every direction. So I rolled a 7, but my charm is -1. So technically, I fail. Oh, I didn't... Did I mark an experience for when I failed before? I don't think so. I've done it now. Ooh. I think I might use a point of luck for this.
Okay.
Because my other alternative is Fig. Current Fig? Fig 2, breaking the window.
Okay.
Or something. So,
Alright.
Is that insane? Is this a stupid reason to use luck? I don't think so. I don't
No
want to
such
fail
thing.
this.
I used
Okay.
to just kick some ass.
All right,
Yeah,
there you
hey.
go. You use luck, and yeah, perhaps a little confused. Past Fig just shrugs and kind of cracks open the door, and she says, and you can do the voice if you want, but I'm going to tell you what she says. She says, "Just don't be running in and out. I'll leave the door open."
Just don't be running in and out, little man. But I'll leave the door cracked open for you. Just
There you go.
come back upstairs and settle when you have your fill.
This is so good.
Okay. And so I, little man, am gonna trot down into the basement.
Okay, and so you trot down into the basement, and on the other side of a window that's above you is the person that just let you in. I mean, you still got to get up there.
Little man's having a hard time wrapping his head around this. I think he's gonna jump up on some furniture that is conveniently placed near the window, and then use his sharp-ass marten teeth to get it open.
Why doesn't little man act under pressure for me?
God damn it. Okay. I think you should just let him have it. Oh, I don't mark experience because I used a luck point. What roll? This is act under pressure.
Yeah.
That is an 8.
All right. Cool. I'm going to give you a worse outcome, but I'm not going to tell you what it is yet.
Very cool. Well, little man does get it open then, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Little man gets it open, and Fig is even able to slip inside.
I am as quietly as possible looking for this magical deed.
I think that you
'Cause
would. I think
I was
that
gonna
you would
say, I
know
don't remember if Miss Merrill told me exactly where it was.
that there was like a safe in the wall near the back of the basement,
Okay.
and you know the combination because Miss Merrill trusts you. I'll be,
Good.
yeah. We'll be kind.
And then while I'm down here, is there anything else that seems like it would be useful to me?
This is unicorn blood.
I'm not touching that.
Take it, and then you weak your Ren because Ren can never get it for themselves.
But as of right now, there's not really anything that you can see. And when you open the safe, there is a little document holder in there. You open the document holder, and it is empty.
J'accuse.
And then remember that worst outcome that I was going to give you?
Mm-hmm.
There's a
Okay.
bomb.
Not quite.
Oh boy.
But you hear, why is the door cracked open? And then you hear steps coming down the stairs.
Is it Miss Merrill coming down the stairs?
I mean, that was the voice that I was trying to do.
Okay, just making sure. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dustin. I don't know.
It came across,
I-
Dustin. I want you to know. It came across.
It did. It really did. I just,
I didn't mean to, like, that wasn't me trying to.
You didn't hold something in your hands
Yeah.
like a cigarette, so I wasn't.
I
Right,
wasn't-
100%
right, that's the
sure.
signal. That's the...
I wasn't trying to dunk
There
on
you
you
go.
for that. That, I was.
Please dunk on me. I am only 5'1". All right.
Anyway, I'm
Easiest
not that much
person
taller than
to
you.
dunk on. Shit. Fuck. Shit. I think I'm gonna just stand here.
No, I love it. I love that so much. I love that so much.
You know what? I will put the document holder back and close the safe, and then pretend like I'm cleaning the shelves.
Okay. Miss Merle was gonna come down the stairs and say, "Big,
That's right.
what are you doing?"
I was looking for a particular document down here, and I haven't seemed to find it on any of the shelves.
What were you looking for?
Good. Well,
Uh-huh.
how do I get out of this?
Hey, Fig. So, you were looking for a document in the basement?
Right.
While also cleaning my room upstairs.
Right. I don't know that I'm the one who has to explain this to you, but I'm the
Wh-
same Fig, just from a different time.
From the future?
This is technically your fault, so yeah. I'll just
Yeah.
be honest with you.
Of course it was. Yeah. So we didn't stop it then.
No, we didn't. I'm trying to get a magic marvel and also a magical deed of some kind, which you in the future told me would be in this basement, and I just checked and it is not here.
Yeah, that's because I have it.
Well, I need it, and I would love to take it to you.
Authentic Dutch
In the
corpses.
future.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss Merrill's like, wait, a Dutch corpses.
she pauses for a moment and she says, "You're okay, right?"
I mean, I've been better, but I'm not hurt too bad, and I'm hoping that you're all right out there, beyond, out of town.
Well, whatever happens, happens. You know how that is. But all right. Hang on 1 second. And she walks back upstairs.
I'm going to sit tight for now and pet little man and actually do some tidying down here while I wait.
It's going to be a very useful tidying, I'm sure, given what's about to happen.
Oh God, you're right. I forgot about that whole thing.
She walks downstairs. She walks back downstairs carrying um, I'm trying to think of how to like describe it, because it's not just a document holder. It's like a lockbox kind of deal, and she puts the lock in the puts a key in it, opens it up, and inside is a glowing document.
That's a
Fig.
magical document if I ever seen one.
Fig, listen to me. I need you to listen before you take this.
All right, I'm listening.
This should be used as a last resort. Once you take this, so did future me tell you what this is?
She did, but perhaps not all the way.
Yeah, well, she's a crazy old bat who likes to be very mysterious. Just take it. Take it.
I'm taking it. And she's going to take this glowing papers, plural, paper singular, and roll it up and put it in her like inner jacket pocket so that it stays on her person.
I don't know what you've been going through. I don't know what's to come. But whatever happens, know that you've made this old woman's life a lot easier these past months.
Well, you're the reason that I've stayed in one place for the longest I have since I was a kid.
Well, whatever happens, just know you'll always have a home with me, okay?
All right.
And then you know. Okay. You feel this feeling that for the longest time had always escaped you. As you moved from place to place, the only person that you, or the only creature that you brought with you was Little Man. You never had anyone. And as you confess that Miss Merrill was the first person to cause you to want to do that, this sensation that perhaps you might not have felt before floods you. And you get these images of your friends, Miss Merrill and the other party members, and your heart feels full. But this seed, this red goop, this whatever's causing this is trying to take that away from you. You, for the first time in a long time, you have your own pack. Someone that you feel this loyalty to, this connection with, and this seed is trying to take it away from you. You feel a burning anger start to boil within you, but it's not the same. Because as this anger flows, it doesn't come from outside, it comes from within. And this sensation of loyalty that you have to Miss Merrill, to your friends, to perhaps even Fogwell, begins to boil over, and a glowing marble appears in your hand. And as you close your hand around it, you feel, perhaps for the first time in a long time, that you have a home to protect. And this seed is about to get the wolf's fangs. Light encompasses you, and you vanish from the basement.
I didn't tell Miss Meryl about the bomb.
Well, you also didn't tell her about what the actual next thing is about to happen in about 10 minutes, which is the van slamming through her storefront.
God, forgot about that too. Shit.
So, you know,
I
that's
did
about to
that.
happen. You did that.
I did that. I use comedy as a coping mechanism for having actual feelings. So.
Fuck, why do vines still fucking get me like that, dog?
Same. Don't worry about it.
They should.
I
They
do
changed my
that.
brain chemistry, alright?
Okay. So, Rin,
Yes.
how's it going?
It's going good, I hope.
Well, we'll find out. So you walk for a ways, and this creepy forest is creepy, obviously. But eventually it gives way to trees that are filled more with life. And you don't really have any more visions of Apophis fully assaulting you. In the corner of your, in the peripherals of your vision, sometimes you might see a snake-shaped figure, but if you even try to turn to it, the knight with you places a hand on your shoulder and encourage you to keep moving forward. And eventually you come to what looks to be a civilized place, or where someone would live. It's a courtyard with a castle-looking figure, or a castle-looking building there. There are people gathered around in the courtyard, talking, chatting, trading, selling, things like that. And two creatures stop you and say, "What's your business?"
I'm just helping him.
We've come to make trade, my good man. I don't know why I keep changing this guy's voice. I'm sorry. It's wild. We doth come to make trade with thy leader.
People from Camelot, their accents change all the time. That's
It's
just like
true.
This is a canonical thing.
Yeah, with thy lady. They kind of look at each other and then back to him. What do you got? That is not something that I am willing to share. Thou will have to let us see thy lady. That ain't how this works. You want in, you gotta give us something. And Merlin turns his head in your direction, Rin. And then back to them, and then back to you. And then down to your sword.
Like my sword or the sword I'm holding?
The sword you are wielding.
Okay. Ren looks to Merlin and like gestures offering this sword to these people.
Merlin looks down at it again, and then back up to you, and then to them again, and then to you, and slowly shakes his head.
Ren I think stops and says, "Sorry, we need to have a we need to meet real fast." And like pulls Merlin like into like a football huddle basically and is like,
What is this?
What?
What is this? What is thou doing?
We're talking because what?
Follow my lead.
I will if you're not gonna hurt people. For no reason.
They are the Fae. They respect
Okay, and they're
strength.
not hurting us.
They may be keeping you from reaching thy goal. And they are most certainly keeping me from reaching mine.
Just tell them what's in the box.
I
Or
cannot.
whatever you have.
I do not know.
Look in the box.
I cannot.
Can I look in the box?
It will not open save for the one whom it is for.
We tell them that we have a magical box.
Very well. Tell them.
We've got a magical box to trade.
You're going to give us a magic box.
Oh, no. We're gonna give the queen a magic box, or the, who's ever in charge here.
They want to see Killian, do they?
I guess.
Got to pay the toll.
What are you looking for? Like, Ren looks down at their jacket, which is like covered in patches, and is like, "Do you want like a patch or like a?"
Roll manipulate something.
Okay.
Man, I feel like this is more manipulate someone's than we've done the
Yeah.
entire season.
I'm very proud of Ren for not just deciding to go
Yeah.
fists flying in.
Yeah, I was ready. I was ready to fight.
That is
Things are growing up.
fuck. That's 6.
What, you think we're cheap? That's
I don't
it.
know what you want.
That's it. And they're gonna draw their weapons this time, which are 2 clubs basically, and start doing the whole intimidation thing of tapping it in their hand and starting walking toward the 2 of you. We think.
Okay, now Ren's gonna kick some ass. Ren's like, they weren't really bothering us before. They were just like, hey, what's in the box? Which is what Ren sees as a viable question. But now they're like, we're gonna hurt you, and Ren's not happy with that. So
Okay.
Classic.
Kick some ass.
Honestly, showed a lot of restraint, which is
Yeah, that's true.
character growth.
You waited for them to attack.
that is a 9.
Okay. For no reason whatsoever, Sal, roll help out.
Sure, boss. You ask and I roll, That's a 6 and a 3, which is a 9, and then my help out is cool, I believe. So that's a 10.
All right, so you actually have 10.
Oh. Cool. I will gain the advantage. I'll give +1 forward to, or I guess I'll take +1 forward because I can't really give, or can I give +1 forward to my friend?
No. That was a
Okay.
one-time thing.
Okay, then I will. Actually, I'm gonna force them where I want them and just force them like away back.
Okay. How would you like to do that?
I think just Ren is going. I think the clubs are gonna like clash against Ren's sword, and Ren is going to like push. I think maybe start swinging the sword so that they are basically pushed back so that they're not getting hit, or so that they are only hit lightly.
Which sword are you using?
The iron sword,
Okay,
or
okay.
the presumably iron.
All right. Well, you use the whatever your damage is. So how much damage would that have been?
That is 4 damage.
Okay. Ow.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes all other swords seem lame.
Yeah, they you smash into them and they definitely don't feel great. They take one slash and are absolutely immediately starting to back up. In a way. Hey, can we talk about this?
Yeah, let us get through.
Fine, yeah, sure, whatever. Hey, we didn't see nothing. Look at the time. I gotta go bandage a wound. Turns out, why don't you looking the other way? Just please don't hit me with that again.
All right, sorry. I mean, not sorry. You started it, but sorry.
Sorry, no, I'm not sorry. Wait, hang on, I'm intimidating. Sorry, no, wait, hang on. Okay, so you.
And Ren's gonna do like a goofy little gesture to Merlin, like go on ahead.
Okay, and Merlin will in fact go on ahead and lead the way into this large castle and to a throne room sort of thing where a fairy lord sits upon the throne. And I don't remember the voice that this fairy had. It's been a very, very long time.
I don't remember either.
So I'm just gonna.
Part of me just wants to troll and be like, just make it Joey Wheeler, but
I'm legitimate. That's what I'm gonna do. That was my plan. Hey, look who it is! Look who it is! What brings you through here, huh? To my lovely abode. I doth come bringing a gift. A gift, you say? What kind of gift you got there? It is something that needs to be kept safe for someone who may come here in the future. That's real specific. You know, I ain't a bank, right? I don't keep things like this for free. That ain't how this works. Then what doth thou request? And for a moment, the Killian places a finger to their chin and thinks, very, very visibly thinking, as though they hadn't already planned out what they want. I want some entertainment. I'm bored. That does not answer my question. How dost thou wish to be entertained? Well, what kind of entertainment can you offer?
Going to turn to Merlin and say we could both sword fight performance, little bout.
Oh, I do enjoy. But that wasn't whispered, right? You were just saying that out loud, right? I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay. That actually does sound pretty entertaining. I do like a good fight. But not between you two. No. You two fight together. You came here together, you fight together, right? And you can fight my champion.
Both of us?
Sure. Why not? If you win, I'll take your little thing. But if you lose, I get your souls.
And Ren's gonna look over at Merlin and say, "Listen, I've got stuff to do, but I don't know how to do it. This is as good as likely to bring me to my goal as any. I'm down if you are."
I am not sure I can ask thy. Thy? That doesn't work there. I canst ask thou to risk thine very soul for me. We just met. What, you two ain't friends? Alright, fine. I'll answer one question for the other one.
I get something out of it too, and I enjoy a good fight.
Yeah, see? Deal is set. But without asking or waiting for Merlin to respond, the Fae claps, and they grin. Now then, it's time for you to meet my champion. And their face turns a bit more sinister as they look between the two of you, and then says, or maybe re-meet my champion. And with a snap of their finger, a large snake-like creature appears before you. As Apophis looks in your direction.
Oh fuck, not this guy.
You will return
Ren
home
is
to
going to brandish the iron sword.
And Apophis is going to brandish bracered arms of bugs. And take a swing at Merlin,
All right.
who gets smashed to the side.
Can Ren try and protect someone?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, that is an 11.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
so very nicely done. Choose an extra. You suffered little harm. All impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back.
I think you inflict harm on the enemy.
Okay, that sounds fine. So you slash into the creature, and it hisses. How much? 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It hisses as you jump in the way between its intended target and itself, and you are able to inflict harm on it, but its punch still goes through, but with a different target now, as you take 4 harm.
Hey, Dustin?
Oh, how much you got?
Hey, Dustin?
Yeah?
I had 4 boxes.
Oh, that sucks. You also got luck.
Yeah, I guess I used luck to avoid all harm from an injury.
Probably a good plan.
I fucking forgot that Apophis is a brick shit house.
Yeah, this is your doing. You did this.
I did do this.
You did do this.
I remember this because every time I made a monster in season 1, I was like, "Oh, Anapophis killed it. Okay, it's dead. All right,
I'm
time
sorry.
to fudge it behind the."
Did
screen."
Apophis just throw a cop car at my mom? Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
When you spend a special point of luck, the keeper will bring your fate into play. So.
I already know what I'm gonna do. We'll do that in a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. But yeah, that you just barely dodge this punch, and it shatters the floor beneath you. Like it's not just a crater in the floor. The fist goes through the floor a little ways down. And this is not floor, this is literally earth that he has punched into, harder than a shovel would. And he pulls back up and turns to you with glowing eyes, and he says, "You will be mine again." And he starts walking in your direction.
And I think Ren charges straight at him and says, with the iron sword, and says, "I will not," and rolls to, or tries to kick some ass.
Do it.
That is a 10.
Nice.
Okay. So choose your extra effect.
I'm gonna suffer less harm.
Probably a good idea.
That's so good.
You don't have any armor, right?
I do not.
Okay, so that's 3 harm.
All right.
As you deal 4 harm back to Apophis, who stumbles backward and actually drops down to 1 knee at this point. And he looks furious. You will be mine again. Give in to it. You cannot fight it.
And Ren just looks like shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're beat to shit. They're unstable. And I guess all they can do is just kick some ass again.
Any?
I don't really have any moves.
They said they had 4 boxes left.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I just want to make sure. Thank you.
So now they have 1 box left.
Yep.
Okay. Any cool last lines you want to give before you roll this?
I think Ren just like whispers to themselves that and says, "I would rather die," and runs for it.
Okay. And I think that go ahead and roll. Actually, so I realize I do need to. Oh no, you got luck.
I do have luck.
Now's the time.
Yeah, now's the fucking time. I rolled a snake eyes, but I'm using luck.
All right. That becomes a 12.
Slightly poetic.
All right, and I do have advanced kiss some ass.
Kiss some ass?
Kiss
Ooh, Apophis, your arms, they're so beetly. Do you like work out or something?
brain no work. And I'm gonna use the advanced kick some ass move. You suffer no harm at all.
Nice. I love it. And I think here's what's going to happen as you mutter, "I'd rather die." Apophis, still kneeling down on one knee, rears back to punch as you come forward, and he rears back ready to swing at you when a lockbox comes out of nowhere and slams into the side of his head as Merlin has tossed his chest thing at Apophis as a distraction, allowing you to deftly leap over the punch and drive this sword into the snake's head. And so here you are, your sword basically jammed into the forehead of the snake. I mean, snakes don't really have foreheads, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And he hisses and says, "You are mine."
Yeah, Red's just gonna try and push the sword deeper, or like pull it down, or some sort of like. Ren feels like they're 90% of the way to killing this Killian's champion. They just want to finish the job. So I'm gonna assume that's another kick some ass roll.
No.
Oh.
No, you've already killed him.
Okay.
This is your moment. So how do you want to do it?
I think Ren just pushes the sword a little deeper and then looks to Apophis's eyes and just like sees that sort of glowing light start to fade, and then they just collapse onto the ground. Like, this is not a triumphant win. This is a win that has taken everything.
It has. And you do collapse on top of the ground, because this champion that you fought is literally no more as it fades into fog. And you hear clapping coming from behind you. And as you turn to look, thinking that it's Killian or Merlin, it isn't. Maud stands before you. So you are dying.
What are you doing here?
You are dying once again.
Yeah, not my intention.
I told you if this ever happened, I would not step in. You fought well. But I'm going to... well enough that I'm offering you a choice. Come back to me. Be mine once more, and I can guarantee your survival. I can help you with the destruction of Fogwell. You can't think you could do this alone.
I'm not alone. I have Philip, I have Cole, I have Fig, I have Miss Merrill, I have Arthur, I have that guy, and Ren gestures to Merlin.
He's not there.
Oh.
Or, well, everything's black and white. Everything's frozen except for you and Maud.
Mm-hmm.
Peons. Useless peons. They're mortals. All of them. Except for this abomination that you call Philip.
Hey, if you want me to work for you, don't call my friends fucking useless.
You know it's true. What are they going to do? How would they stop this that is happening? You have a fate. You have a destiny.
And I'm tired of having a destiny. I just want to be Ren.
That is your final decision?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Then die as a peon. And Mott slowly begins to fade. And you are filled with a strange feeling. It begins to boil in you. How dare they call your friends nobodies? How dare they call you a nobody? This is just not true. This can't be. You are not Destiny's plaything. You are not Apophis' vessel. You are Rin. You've spent so much of your life being pulled around by people who are your higher-ups, having your life guided by the destiny that you supposedly had, or by a curse that you were given that you never asked for. But in this moment, between slaying this, at least vision of Apophis, between turning down Ma'at, this rage that is burning inside of you is not one from without, but within. You feel free. And anyone or anything that would stand between you and this new freedom that you feel, this freedom to choose your friends, to stand with those you want to stand with, not because it's your destiny, but because you care about them. You feel like yourself for the first time in a long time. And a glowing marble forms in your hand. And as you squeeze your hand around it, warmth fills your body, light coats it, and you are gone. Leaving Merlin and Killian to work out whatever deal they have with a strange little familiar box. Okay. Philip.
Yes.
How's it going?
It's good.
All right. So you have gone with Boogers, who's asked if you've ever seen a dead body before.
We're having a good time.
And, well, she's had you sit in, like, what looks to be like maybe a playroom or something for kids. There's toys around, and she's gone off and said that she's got to prepare something to show you the marble that she found. And, after 20, 30 minutes, something like that, she comes back to you and says, "Hey, I'm being Miss Merrill again. I can't help it. I can't escape Miss Merrill.
I'm gonna take your lunch money.
I'm gonna fuck you up, loser.
Loser." I think loser is the ticket.
Yeah,
Loser.
yeah, the key phrase.
Sup, loser. Come with me. I've got it all set up for you now. Just be prepared for horror.
Okay. I'm
And
shaking in my booties. He
She
shakes
takes
his
you.
booties.
Does he have booties?
He does have boots.
Okay. Anyway, so he takes you around the corner, and she takes you outside and around the corner of this building, and on the ground in front of you is the body of a boy.
Boogers.
At least at first. But as you get a little closer, the smell of ketchup enters whatever your not nose is, and you realize that this is just a kid covered in ketchup, with some what looks to be intestines are actually just sausage links sitting on top of his belly.
Oh my goodness.
Check it out.
I've never seen such a mangled corpse like this.
Terrifying, isn't it?
It is. I've seen many a corpse in my day. What should we do? Should we sit, or should we hide the body?
No need to hide it. It's fine. This is just showing my power. This is what happens to minions who...
Well, boogers. I don't normally tell people this. I normally just do it. But I have the power to bring the dead back to life.
Oh, fuck off.
There's no fucking off here, boogers. I speak only the truth. It is my biggest strength and arguably also my flaw.
Oh, yeah? Well, then prove it.
Okie dokie, artichoke. He rolls back his sleeve, revealing his ripped up, mangled corpse of an arm.
Sick.
Unfucking know it's sick. He claws. He doesn't do it because normally he would pour black blood into the mouth of the corpse he's bringing up. This is a real life child, so he understands that. He's playing along here, and so So he doesn't feed his he just goes "Hurrah!" And then he starts doing his normal chant regardless, but without the blood sacrifice and dealing harm. It does nothing, so he just goes Exitamino medio vocanomen moem et salviam me vactexed tenebres sengrium moin me dadem.
This is wonderful music to go along with this dark
It is.
chanting.
Boogers just stares slack-jawed at you, and I mean, technically it works because as you start doing this, the corpse on the ground sits up immediately and starts crawling away from you as fast as possible. And
Another job well done.
her brother's like, sorry, what do you sound like? Like a Southern, depressed Southern belle?
See you. My
Go
name's
draw.
Boogers. I'm a sad boy. My dad left me. Fuck, man.
My name is Boogers.
So like a little bit more coherent Boomhauer is essentially.
Boogers just ain't really right. Who's this guy? I thought you said that this was just some nerd or something. What's he doing? Something cooler than you could ever do.
Philip just starts slowly floating into the air. Yeah, yeah, but yeah, kid.
Whoa! Are you a Saiyan?
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Yeah, sure.
That's so cool.
Okay, team. I've now proved my worth.
He's activating Gear 5.
I just pop out a skull, literally. Okay, so yeah, so you got the marble? You got this? You got a marble for me?
All right, yeah. I've got one right here. Hang on, I'll go get it. And she actually goes back into the same room you just came out of.
Oh, great, kids.
And eventually comes out with like this little like chest looking thing. Like it's very small, but it's more like a ring box,
Perfect.
I guess. And she says, "All right, are you ready?"
Oh, I'm so ready.
And she opens it up, and inside is a beautiful marble.
Limited edition.
It looks, it actually looks like a Dragon Ball, the 4-star
No way.
Dragon Ball,
I just need to get 7 more of these fuckers.
right?
And,
That's what I said.
and then I
But Mom
can
only
wish
bought
my
me one.
problems away.
Mom only bought me one though.
Well, that's
But
just fucked up. How you can't just have one anyway? Is this really just like a normal like collectible?
It's 100% just a normal collectible.
Oh, so okay, this isn't even what I'm looking for. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was sort of looking for a more literal magic ball.
What do you mean? This one
Like
grants wishes.
Well, yeah, sure, yeah. But no, I'm looking for one that's glowy.
Puts flashlight up to marble.
That would be funny if I thought of that, but I didn't. I don't. This is the only one I got. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, well, I'm sort of looking for a specific magical ball that glows.
Hey, sis, why don't you tell them about the cave? Shut up.
Cave, you say? Boy, do I have anxiety for being underground. Let's go!
No, fuck. You did this. And the brother kind of cowers and slips back into some ketchup.
Ew. Well, that's
All right.
gross. You gotta clean that stuff up. You gotta clean up, my guy. That's just filthy.
All right, fine, but then you're gonna teach me to fly.
Okay, well, you just have to believe in yourself.
Fuck you,
And
Tinkerbell.
think of a happy memory. Anyway, so.
Come on, loser. And
Okay, kids. This is so much fun. I have a deep hole in my heart for my loss of family. I never got to be a dad.
she turns and takes you back behind the main cabin. The Stevens cabin, basically,
Mhm.
and it is slightly elevated off the ground, and she starts crawling underneath it.
Okay, Philip, like the what's that movie? The Japanese horror movie where she crawls down the stairs, right? He does that into the hole.
Okay.
Yeah,
The Ringu.
it might
Is
be
it
The
Ring?
Ring.
Is it Ringu or Grudge? It's
I think
'cause-
I might be thinking of Grudge.
Okay.
The ring is the
Uh,
one that comes out of the TV.
I know that, but I couldn't remember if she crawled out because she doesn't just come out of the TV; she then crawls after you.
Right.
Anyway,
I think
whatever.
I don't think the grudge crawls. I think it just like stands, right? And then like.
No, she crawls down the steps. I looked it up.
Okay.
Okay, cool. All right. Anyway, so fine, you do that, and there is a hole underneath the cabin itself that she starts crawling under, and it's a very cramped space and very dark.
Philip grabs like a random stick off the ground and spits fire on it to make it a torch.
All right. So, crawling under here for boogers is a tight fit. Crawling under here for Philip is probably even harder. I'm going to need you to act under pressure to
Cool, I get to roll.
do this.
Oh, I did roll manipulate though. That's true.
You did.
Okay, that's a 4 and a 3, which is a 7.
Mhm.
Plus my 2 cool
Oh,
is a 9.
nice. So, let's see. I'm going to give you a worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. So yeah, it's super cramped. You can't take the torch. You're
Damn.
just going to have to follow close behind with boogers and hope, beyond hope, that you find what you need.
This whole experience just makes me reflect on my mystery in such an interesting way. Just because I think I say something as boogers to the effect of "I've seen some shit."
Yeah, yeah, you do.
I mean, there's a reason why I'm using boogers here.
But yeah, no, I guess we just keep crawling in. We hope for the best. This is the only lead I've got.
All right, so you continue to follow after boogers, and eventually the area does start to open up a bit, and she's able to stand, and then a little bit further you're able to stand, and a little bit further you're even able to float a little bit off the ground. And I mean, it feels like you've been going for a while now. Her brother did not come with you because he's terrified of anything that boogers finds exciting. And as you step into this open chamber almost, there is a large stone in the middle of the room. The stone itself is impossibly round. And by that I mean there's no way that this was something that formed naturally. It looks like it's completely smooth. It looks like a giant marble, actually. It does not have a magical glow to it exactly, but it is something that is unnatural and looks like a marble. That's just sitting in the middle of this room. What do you do?
Okay, boogers. In this dark cave, we have found a deep, dark secrets. But I shan't tell you. It's terrible, really. So I'm gonna fucking touch it. And Philip goes to grab the ball. Or the object.
You can't grab it. It's big. It's like your size.
Oh, okay.
It's like a boulder.
Okay, yeah, I just poke it.
How do I want to handle this?
Roll.
So, I don't know if there's a specific role for
No,
this.
I was just
particular
joking.
one. you touch this ball, and it shakes. It
I felt it
wobbles, maybe. Like, I'm trying to think of how best to describe it. It is a very unnatural movement as you touch it. It's almost like you're touching jelly, but your finger does not pierce through it. Yeah, it feels weird, doesn't it?
kick. Yeah, I felt the kick.
What?
Do you think it's a boy?
It's a ball.
Good for them.
Okay. Anyway, this is the only like marble magic thing.
Sure. Okay, well, don't really know what to say here. My first instinct in most situations is to do horrible carnage.
I mean, there's something under it.
Okay, you want to kick it with me?
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's beat the fuck up.
All right, so
Yeah, me and Boogers are gonna start kicking the acid ball.
all right, it wobbles and it wobbles and it wobbles.
And it wobbles.
Wobble 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 wobble.
Wobble, baby.
Yeah, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble.
I like
baby,
that you made a joke that it was like a pregnant belly, and now you're just kicking it.
Kicking it, yeah. You know, don't comment. No, I'm not gonna get political here. Anyways, so you kick it for a while.
Can
You know what?
kick it?
Why don't you act under pressure for me again?
Okay. That's a 6 and a 3, which is a 9, plus my 2 cool is an 11.
Heck yes, that's good. So you do what you set out to, which, I mean, I guess in this case, technically what you set out to do was kick this thing. But I'm going to reward you for your decision.
Thank you so much.
Kind of. As you...
It's an honor.
I'm going to reward you with progress, but it may not be the thing you wanted to happen.
I didn't have no expectations.
So you kick it, and it wobbles, and this goes on for a little bit of time before the whole cave begins to shake. And this wobbling bit of gross... I call it gross because, I mean, to me, finding something like this would be incredibly gross because it's like the earth has a
Nipple.
pimple. But it begins to wobble on its own, and then it pops. And beneath it is another hole. Much smaller than the one you crawled into. You wouldn't be able to fit into it. You might be able to fit your hand into it. But you probably wouldn't want to, because from this small hole begins to filter a familiar red fog as the seethe begins to flow from this hole. And now you are alone in this cavern with Boogers as the seethe begins to start to escape. What do you do?
Okay. I am going to quickly turn to Boogers and say, "Okay, get the fuck out of here!" And then I rip off my hood and I spit fire at the coming seethe.
What are you trying to do?
I am trying to, because in my mystery, I did establish.
Oh my god.
I did, in fact, establish that fire can move the seethe.
Okay, all right.
Oh,
So you're trying to basically use the heat to make it go the other direction.
I'm just trying to like slow it down. I don't think it stops it. I think it's like pushing it away from the way we came to allow Boogers to get the hell out of here.
Booger's like, what the fuck? As she sees you pull the hood off and show a skeleton head, and then down to the red stuff, and then you start literally breathing fire. And
Fucking metal.
that was literally about to, yeah, absolutely. She's like, badass. And then she even sits there for a moment before shaking her head, and she's like, oh, right, and starts to leave.
Future arsonist.
Powerful. Gosh, Boogers. Gosh, I can't wait to see what Boogers becomes. Anyway. Cool. I'm really in it now.
Yes, I was about to say the big problem right now is Boogers is absolutely making an escape. You have left yourself alone in here.
Well, that's good because I at least can't harm anyone if I get angry. Which is honestly the best scenario in my mind for Philip being affected by the seed. Can I read a bad situation in this very trying time?
Yeah, do it. Read a bad situation.
Okay. I rolled a 5 plus my investigative mystery, which is a 0.
Nice.
Cool.
I'm gonna take a hard move against you. As you hear Boogers scream in the hole she started crawling through, saying, "Fuck, I'm stuck."
So anyway, I start kicking. No.
Literally light a fire under her and just spit fire.
Is there a way? Can I just, in somewhat of a cartoony way, could I just sit down on top of the hole?
You will be coming in direct contact with Seed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think how I can plug this up, and my brain's just going into Looney Tunes worlds of solutions to this problem.
It really is in Gear 5.
Yeah, that is true. That is 100% true.
I need to like replace the image of just like Sans from Undertale that I have for Philip, and like be like, he does have skin, he probably does have some kind of ass.
He does,
yeah,
yes.
not just bone. Okay.
Yeah. Philip. Yeah, sadly, if you underneath all those layers, there is something akin to a dumpy. But we can only hope and pray. So God damn. I'm going to do the catch-all of cast magic.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna roll, and then what happens, I'll explain it as such. Cool. I got a 5 and a 2, which is a 7. Plus my 3 weird is a 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I can either do one thing that's beyond human limitations, or I could banish a spirit curse. No, never mind. That's not true. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do one thing that's beyond limitations here. And by that I mean I am going to like summon the bones from the earth to make the hole bigger for Boogers to escape, and sort of like lead her out of the hole as easily as she can.
Okay. If you do this, you are leaving yourself in the seed pit. Are you okay?
I accept my consequences.
Good. I knew you would. Which is why I have planned what is already going to happen. As absolutely, as you do this, Boogers does scream again, mostly from surprise at Bones just ripping through the thing and starting to
One
literally
little rat
dig her
bone
out.
hand gives her a thumbs up.
And a possum bone. That is the skating possum. And she makes it out, and Philip is covered in seed, and you are filled with anger. But it's a strange feeling. Has Philip ever felt the seed before?
Nope, I've avoided it.
That's what I thought. So you wouldn't know to compare this, but this isn't the same as some. Like, the seed is absolutely there, but there's something more. As you hear boogers finish crawling out, and you are able to somehow see that she's escaped. And through your actions, you have saved her from this thing, this substance. And if this were a Dr. Seuss novel, or a Dr. Seuss story, your heart would grow 3 times today, as you feel like, for once at least, you didn't mess it up. She's escaped. But she's not the only one in danger. And as you think to your friends, you think to Cole, as you think to these people that in this life, despite being who you are, despite looking like how you look, they've shown you trust. Even though you may have not earned it or felt like you've earned it. This place, this Fogwell, may have treated you strange, but it never outright cast you out. And you feel this compassion inside of you that you want to share it with them. You want to protect those that you care about. And this fucking seed is trying to take that away from you. It's trying to hurt those you care about the most. And as this anger comes from inside of you, a small marble forms in your hand. A warm feeling flows through you as this compassion that you maybe never thought that you were capable of feeling ever again. Maybe you never thought you were worthy of feeling it again, fills you as you see this image of boogers running to her parents. And as you see this image of your friends in your mind, and light engulfs you, and just like that, you're gone. Which leaves one. I said it was going to be a shorter session this time, but I lied apparently. Sorry, gang. We're almost done, I promise. Arthur.
Ja.
You are in a burning building with an older woman unconscious on a table behind you, and a door leading up to where you just saw a cultist run into. You don't know for sure what happened after that. You just know that a cultist did go upstairs. What would you like to do?
By door, you mean a gaping hole in the ceiling leading to the floor above me.
A gaping hole in the ceiling leading to a door above you.
Right, fair. Yeah, I mean, the situation is still very much active, so I think I would like Arthur to pick up old Lady Brenda and attempt to take her up to the upper floor in hopes of getting her out.
Okay. So you do that, and you start heading toward this door. The door does feel really hot to the touch.
Great. Sorry, I keep him. Whenever there's like a hot door handle thing in anything, whether it's like in the office or anything, I think about Home Alone. And I think it's Joe Pesci's character who just like lightly taps the doorknob, you know, like he just like rattles it a couple of times, and that's exactly where my mind goes. Okay, yeah, I think Arthur's still technically, I'm assuming, has Arthur has clothes on, so it's like I would like to grab the door knob while using the clothing to like to insulate and to protect the hand, I guess.
Why don't you act under pressure?
Okay. Okay, that's 5 and a 2 with a +1, making it an 8 for act under pressure.
Perfect. Which means that I get to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. So, are you familiar with a backdraft?
In what context?
In the context that when you add air into a heated place that has fire that may not have had it quite as well, it can cause an eruption, basically. Like,
Yes.
yeah, at least in action movies.
Right.
You open this door, and I'm going to give you a hard choice.
Okay.
Because as you do, air begins to flow quickly, and you can already feel the flames coming. Your hard choice is you can. This is going to sound really mean. You can toss old lady Brenda back down the stairs and take the brunt of the fire yourself. Or you can push through it, and both of you are going to have to go through this fire.
So the option is to drop old lady Brenda back down this hole that I just carried her up from in order to quote unquote save her from the fire that's about to blast me in the face.
I mean, if that's what you want to do. Or you can let her get blasted in the face too.
I wait.
Hey, you're the one that rolled the die. I didn't do
You're
it.
not wrong. Okay, so to clarify, I'm opening the door and the flames are coming from in front of me rather than from behind me.
Accurate.
Okay. Is there a way to shield old lady Brenda with my body and get her through relatively unscathed?
If you continue to hold her over your shoulder, some part of her is going to get burned. You
Right.
have to at least put her lower than where you are.
Right, yeah. I'm
Like,
wondering if I could take her from my shoulder and essentially like pull her into kind of like a hug situation and like turn my back to the flames and like walk through. Essentially using my body as like a shield from the flames.
I don't think you have that much time because this room is going to be filled with fire in a second.
Okay.
Like, at least for a few moments.
How far is the drop from this floor to the bottom of the basement?
Well, you don't have to drop her to the bottom of the basement.
Okay.
You can drop her onto the debris, I guess.
Okay.
So you can drop her, 3-4 feet down, and she would most likely avoid the burn.
Okay.
Like, I'm not asking you to powerbomb the old lady through a table.
No, you're just asking me to drop her at a specific distance. This lady that we have made a joke of the fact that she is so frail and old. That her name is Old Lady Brenda. I'm going to drop Old Lady Brenda 3 or 4 feet onto the debris below so that she doesn't get burned by this flame.
Wow, I can't believe you dropped an old lady.
Dude. Fuck you. No, absolutely not. You don't get to give me that choice and then be like, wow.
Can't believe that Arthur would do that. Okay, so
oh my god.
The flame erupts through the door, and you're going to take 1 harm, ignore armor.
Okay. Damn, he caught on.
Yeah, I mean, it is fire in this case.
Yeah, that's fair. Does it technically count as armor? Well, no, it doesn't even count for that. No, it's fine. Oh man. Okay. I'm at 2 harm.
And as you push the door open, you see the cultist still in the house, basically frantically trying with his 3-fingered hand to open the door to get out of the building after you knocked his nose off with the hilt of your sword.
What room are we in right now? This door opens up to where?
The kitchen.
Okay. And then the is the kitchen on fire, or is it just smoky? Like, is there an active flame in this room, or is it?
There are flames in the room. Not right next to the door at the moment, but there are flames in the room, because otherwise there would be no fireball to greet you when you open the door, like I set the trap. I mean.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, I think looking at the situation, even though he needs to get Miss Brenda out, so long as this cultist, or not this cultist, sorry, my mind went straight back to season 1. So long as this Pratt member is...
I said cultist, so that's my fault.
It's fine. So long as this Pratt member is in this room. By the way, did I manage to, like, when I did punch him, did I manage to knock back the hood for this?
Yeah.
Did I see AirPod?
Yes.
Worm?
Yeah. He's got him a nice little AirPod going.
Cool. The way that he's facing me, is it the ear? Is he facing me with his left ear or his right ear? Essentially, I'm trying to figure out if the AirPod's right in front of me or not.
His back is to you, and
Okay.
he's currently very distracted by trying to get out of it.
Sure. Okay. Arthur's sword is sheathed. I think he is going to... So the guy's facing a door?
Yeah.
Cool. I think Arthur's going to run up behind him, grab a fistful of his hair, and just smash his head and smash his face into the door.
I'm so happy that you did that, because that's exactly what I was picturing.
Okay, cool.
Kick some ass.
All right. Come on, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. All right. That is a 5 and a 2, which is a 7, and I have a +2 to tough, which makes it a 9.
Okay.
Oh wait, do I still have that +1 forward from the last attack?
You would have had to have used that, because you then chose a different one, which was to rout the enemy. That's why he's running away.
Oh yeah, you're right. My bad. Yeah. So 9.
Okay, so that is 9, which means that you're going to inflict harm on each other. So yeah, you slam his head into this, and we'll say that is 2 harm. Does that sound fair to you?
Sure.
So you slam into it, and
We say there's some class there or something.
Sure, yeah. And as you do this, he is stunned for a moment, but then turns around and extends his hand, and you are hit with a wave of wind as he casts a spell that knocks you backwards into the refrigerator, which falls and blocks a specific door that you just came out of, just to set the scene for things in the future, or the past.
What?
And you take 2 harm.
Wait. What?
What? Okay, cool. I take 2 harm.
2
Wait,
harm.
was that
That one doesn't.
old lady
ignore.
Brenda?
Is it? It's been so long now. Cool. I'm at 3 harm. Excellent. So I smashed into the refrigerator. The refrigerator has fallen. My enemy has turned to face me.
Yes.
Dope.
He's just sort of panting there. And I mean, he's a kid. Like, he's definitely younger than you are. Probably 16, 17, something like that.
Fuck. I cut
Oh
his
my
fingers
God,
off. Damn.
You did cut his fingers off.
Okay.
He loved playing the piano.
They should have chosen to be a villain. Anyway. Okay, I think Arthur, seeing how young he is, I think Arthur is... Okay, So Arthur has seen how young he is, but he still has the earworm, right?
He does. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think Arthur is going to kind of like hold up his hands, and he's going to look at the kid in the eyes, and he's going to say, I'm going to try and help you, but I'm going to have to hurt you first. And he's going to rush forward and attempt to, he's done it once, why not try it again? I'm going to try and have Arthur suplex this kid onto the kitchen floor, specifically to try and pin him and maybe hopefully like pull this earworm out.
I'm trying to think of which to make you roll.
Let's start with just like the suplex, I guess.
Yeah, sure. Why don't you roll act under pressure?
Okay.
Because you're not actually trying to kill
Hurt
him at this
yeah,
point, right?
Correct.
Like, I mean, you're absolutely trying to hurt
I guess
him.
it doesn't
This is
necessarily have to be a suplex, but just kind of like a wrestling takedown, you know, of like getting him onto the floor.
Yeah. I got you.
Oh, okay. That's a 5 and a 6, which is an 11, and I have a plus
nice.
2 to tough, so it makes it a 13.
Artifact under pressure, is that and you just took the thing for that, right?
Yes, I just advanced that as well, which says on a 12 plus, you may choose to either do what you wanted and something extra, or to do what you wanted to absolute perfection.
I mean, that couldn't have worked out better, right?
Can I get him on the floor and rip the thing out, or at least get
Sure.
in a position to rip the thing out?
Yeah. I'll let you rip it out.
Yeah. Okay. Arthur's going to. I'm nixing the suplex idea, and instead I think I'm gonna have Arthur baseball slide, so that his legs get in like fall, within or between, between the legs of the Pratt member of this Pratt kid, and he's gonna lock his legs and like drag him down onto the ground, and then do a sit up, which is hard in real life. He's gonna do a sit up, to kind of like reach over and just like grab. Like in real life, you wouldn't grab something this hard because you'd be worried about splooshing things into the body. But Arthur is just like grabbing the base of the worm, like right at the edge of the ear, right up against the ear, and just like with all the forearm grip strength that he has from holding a sword all the time, he's going to try and wrench that thing out.
And he does, and it's the most disgusting sound you've ever heard in your life as it squelches into your hand and squeals as it's dragged from its spot inside of this man's ear. Like, squeals. It's not like it's, a screaming person.
Sure.
But it's an audible squeal that just grates on the ears. Yeah, kind of. I that's why I chose that specific word, Masha. Thank you. I wanted it to make you go, ugh.
You need the visceralness.
I did. So yeah, it squelches and squeals as you wrench it from this kid's ear, and he drops to the ground. He's breathing and may even start moving soon, but he is freed from this disgusting thing that's still in your hand, by the way.
Dope. Arthur's just gonna crunch.
Okay, you crunch it. That's good. And while your hand is still clenched, hang on now. All right, I'm trying to bring this to a close, so calm down.
You got it, Doug.
And it crunches, and as it does, you are filled with this. As you look down at this kid on the ground, he's just a kid, man. And these things that go bump in the night are targeting these innocent people, and this burning passion starts to fill your heart. Anger comes from inside of you as you want nothing more than to see these things brought to justice. The people who would do this to to innocence like this kid, to your friends who want to do nothing more than help the world. This passion burns inside of you as you think of Rin and how you want to build a future together with them. How you want to see your friends prosper. How you want to be able to one day put the past behind you. As you do, this warm feeling bubbles up inside of you. This passionate, righteous anger. And a small glowing marble appears where the guts of this worm once were. Light engulfs you. And just like that, you're gone. Now, it's late. I do have one more scene that I'd like to do. That's going to be mostly narrative. There shouldn't be any rolling or anything like that. If it's okay with you guys, but I want to check and make sure everybody's... This will be maybe another 10 minutes. I want to make sure everybody's okay with that.
Yep.
Thumbs up if we're good. Masha? Thumbs up? Are you good for another 10 minutes?
Go. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to make sure I unmuted.
All right. Okay. So, this light has engulfed all of you. And when it fades... You're not together, but what you see, what each of you see, is going to be similar. What each of you see and hear over the next little bit is very, very similar. I'll describe the scene for each of you, but then I will continue with what you hear, because it's going to be the same thing for all of you. Arthur, you are in this bright room. There's nothing but white all around you, and a door in a bright white wall with light coming from all around it in front of you. Clouds are beneath your feet. And standing in the way between you and the door is a figure that you have never seen before. It's an older gentleman wearing a trench coat and a cowboy hat, who tips his hat to you in greeting and says, "Well, you took your sweet time getting here." Rin, you're in a similar room. Everybody's going to be in the same similar room, but with a different figure standing in front of them. Standing in front of you is the creature you just slayed moments ago. A giant snake creature with beetles for arms stands in front of you and says quickly, "I am not the one that I appear to be. Give me a moment." Fig, standing in front of you is a young woman. She looks to be pretty buff, pretty strong with brunette hair. And I only have one female voice, and I'm so sorry that it is what it is. I can't do. But she says, "We're here to support you, but I need you to trust us." And last but certainly not least, of course, is Philip. And standing before you is an older gentleman as well, wearing mostly black with a fedora, who nods in your direction. He's got a gray beard, and he says, "Oh man, I practiced this voice because I wanted to impress Chris, and I can't. Hang on.
You got it.
I hope my problem is I'm going to become Joey Wheeler again.
It's a fine line. It's a
don't
fine
wanna
line.
do
That's the
that.
secret. That's the secret, Cap. Chuck Duvall has always been Joey Wheeler. Chuck the Wolf.
Just do a little bit of Jolly
Your-
Wheeler and tap like attach like a
make him
little
say-
bit
Your,
of like the Godfather in there. Chuck Duval.
you hang on, just give me a second. Let me. Now I've lost what I was gonna say. Man, talk about a masterpiece of failure. Not failure, but like of comical mistakes. I'm just as surprised as you are. And they
Who the hell are you?
they continue to speak, and each of you are going to hear the same words, but obviously in a different voice. And for those of you at home who have no idea what this is, these are our season 1 characters have come to greet our friends again. And I'll try to like rotate between the voices, but I'm almost certainly going to be sticking to the ones that I'm most comfortable with for this. But you've got a mighty task ahead of you, but it's one that we want to see happen too. It's something that we are passing on to you, trusting you to take care of. But we offer you a boon. What you're about to see is, now I'm going Miss Merrill. It's weird as hell. It's gonna be weird. But I need you to trust us. Where you're about to go is something that you were never meant to see. But the volcano was never meant to go. And so we got to take drastic measures. So I'm going to step out of your way. And what you need to do is knock on the door. So, do you trust us? I know I sure as hell wouldn't. So, what do you guys do as these figures step out of the way? And now not standing, but right in front of you is this white door with light coming from all of the edges. And you have a choice to make. Do you
Sure.
knock?
I knock on the door.
I need everybody's answer before I continue forward.
Just me? Okay. God.
Arthur steps forward and gives the old cowboy a curious look before walking over and knocking on the door.
Okay.
I think Ren, who does not really trust Apophis, looks at this door and looks back at Apophis and is going to knock because there's nothing else to do.
All right.
Philip is gonna look at this strange man and just say, "You are a very funny character. You smell like burgers. I would like to see a whole 140 hours of you." Anyway, seen any good movies? I'm just joking. I'm joshing you, and Philip's gonna go knock on the door.
So all of you knock on the door.
It's my thing.
And it slowly opens. And each of you see something different. Philip, your door opens and you step into a room with beige carpet. There is a man sitting in front of you, his back turned to you. He's wearing a striped shirt, sitting in front of what looks to be a computer with microphones and cameras all set up. But time seems frozen. Ren, you step into a room with, what is that, peach walls? And again, there is a person sitting in front of you, their back turned to you. Time itself is frozen. Arthur, a room with orange and white, yeah, white walls. The man in front of you turns and yeah. Looks terrified. All right, you guys get the idea. They're in your rooms.
I turn around and I start making out with Philip.
No, you
Oh
can't.
my god.
You can't because you're frozen in time in this
Philip
place.
doesn't
Damn
have
it.
lips.
Please don't make me stat myself out in Monster of the Week stats.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could take that kind of
Don't
hit.
worry about it. You're because here's the thing about these figures to your characters, and that's that they don't feel like they belong in this world, and yet you feel an intense connection to them. And as you step closer, something tells you to touch their shoulders. Careful. Do you do it?
Sure, might as well.
I'm scared.
Muscly.
Sure.
As you do, once again, everything goes black. As an intense feeling rushes through your body, something that no one has ever felt before, and it's like you have made like Rin, you have talked with a literal god before. You've been a conduit for a god's power, but nothing prepared you for this. As this intense sensation washes through your bodies. Again, it's so much that you can't take it, and you black out. And that's where I'm going to end it. But I have a reward for everyone here. For the grand finale, the final session, the last episode, each of you gets to take a move. But the move is limited. Can you guess what the move is limited to? Chris, you can choose
Our
one
previous
from the
our
crooked.
previous playbooks.
Yeah.
Oh.
Absolutely.
I take angel wings. Fuck you.
No, we can't allow it. We have to stop it. What do I don't even remember. I just get a fucking. I just get to sneak around.
I'm gonna find Teddy's fucking.
Yeah, you sure do.
The
Good luck.
science guy playbook. That's what you're gonna
No.
let me.
Does it
No.
have to be something we used as them?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
It could be anything from it. It does not have to be something that they themselves used. So if there was something you wanted to try out and never had a chance to, you sure can.
I take friend on the force. I know a few cops.
I thought you were going to say, I take Dark Deal.
Yeah.
And I
literally.
take deal with the devil. I die in a year. Thank God.
God. Thank God.
Arthur's gonna.
I
get
think
a
it would be
robotic
hilarious
arm.
if
I have a-
Fig could suddenly angel wings places. Not gonna lie.
I have a plus
Yeah.
one ongoing while driving.
And the
There you go.
the idea for this is that it will fade after the final mystery. So
Okay.
if you do
Mhm.
carry your current character over into the next season or whatever, they will not have this. This is only for the finale. So if you want Angel Wings, that's fine. This is the finale for it, I guess.
Oh man. Hey, the Liching Hour just rated us with a party of 22. Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Thank you
wow,
so much.
hello.
We just
That-
finished.
Yeah, we just finished. Thank you so much for joining us.
We are
Thank you,
wrapping
everyone
up
who's
what
following.
was a crazy
This was
session.
this was a wild session.
Holy
I just
cow.
took him on a time trip.
Hi everyone. Thank you so much for coming on. Yes, we will pass you along.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
find
let's
something
see.
on to send you to.
Who else is on right now? Turtles and Chill
Well-
is always very nice. Let's see here.
Rev from the Crit Show is playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Hell yeah.
There's always that.
Yeah. That would be great. Absolutely.
I'll
I'll
send
be
the
right
link in
back.
chat.
The cat's
please
knocked
do.
over the cat food, and now the dog is eating cat food.
God
It's
damn it.
That's
it's
great.
fucking mess over
That's
here,
not
y'all.
for you, silly.
Let's see. Hope.
There's also a non-zero chance he finishes soon, but
does it-
okay. Oh, I just closed all my apps. Okay.
Yeah, we'll want to do
End of session.
Yes, let's go ahead and do an end of session, and I'll start setting up the raid.
All right. Did we conclude the current mystery?
Oh.
No.
No.
Not really.
Did we save someone from certain death or worse?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think.
I
I
think we did.
saved Booger.
Yeah, at least boogers.
Yeah.
And technically, even though Philip and Cole are going to finish the job, Arthur
Lady
definitely
Brenda.
helped old lady Brenda out.
Yeah.
100%.
Tanks.
Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Oh my
maybe.
god.
The secrets of the universe.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
Literally.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little wild there. And did we learn anything new and important about one of the hunters?
That I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't really spend any time together.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we separated at the beginning. We've just now beginning to converge again.
Yes.
But that's 2 yeses, right? So it's still 1 point of
One
Uh-huh.
point of experience.
One
Yes.
experience.
dope.
That is correct.
Very fun. All right. Well, does anyone have anything else before we sign out and start the raid?
I love you.
Yeah.
No, I love you. I am reeling from that is
Yeah.
where I'm at.
That
we
was
can
wild.
decompress after the thing.
Truly
Yeah,
wild.
gonna have to for sure. I'm ready to raid.
There it is. The raid command has gone through.
All right.
Dope.
Thank you all for coming and hanging out with us. We'll be back next Tuesday for the grand finale of this campaign.
Good God. Campaign? You mean season?
Whatever.
Oh.
It's both.
It's the same thing.